Oh, hello. How are you doing? You caught me a little bit early, but I was affixing a very special gift to my little baby, who is now, since he is the age of 50, become a man. Baby Yoda has become a man. He has joined in with Watto in the proper headgear. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome to the George Lucas Talk Show. It is August 2nd, 2020. How great to start another month. A new month full of endless possibilities for how much worse and depressing humanity can become. It's just that great feeling waking up going, a new month of everything getting worse. A new month of there being no end in sight. Smell that fresh Central Park West air. Well, I guess that only applies to Watto here at the Dakota. Everyone, this is the George Lucas Talk Show, okay? It's a very normal talk show. If you've seen any talk show before, you know exactly what it's going to be like. I think you folks are warmed up, right? This is a self-financed talk show by billionaire George Lucas. We're doing this for the people, and once a month we raise money for charity, but the other weeks of the month we just have a little fun. So I don't know. Let's just get this thing started, right? We got any hashtags to share this week? Mayor Rick and Graffiti. One of our guests is named Rick. Overton of the Jedi. That's the guest. His name's Rick Overton. Willow, you please wear a mask. He was in the movie Willow. Daniella can graffiti. That's our other guest. Her name's Daniella. Panadas of the Lost Ark. That's her last name. Jurassic World. That's the big movie she's in. Is that hashtag just a joke on the fact that the world is sick? Feels a little bleak. Okay, let's start the show.
Retired filmmaker George Lucas.
Hello, I'm George Lucas, creator of Star Wars. Welcome to, and these are not my words, the internet's coolest talk show. Those are the words of comicbookresources.com. So this week, out of nowhere, gave us a review, and they said that we are the internet's coolest talk show. And they asked the question in the headline. The headline is "The internet's coolest talk show host is," and then they have 3 ellipses, and then George Lucas followed by a question mark. So, not quite saying it, but posing the question: am I the internet's coolest talk show host?
And I am your sidekick and announcer, Watto, the Flying Space Jew, which let me get the direct quote here, according to comic book resources. Let me just see this quickly. Doesn't quite pull off the exact look of a Toydarian junk dealer. That's a direct quote.
It's other than that, it is a
hang on one sec. I'm Patrick Kottner. I'm the producer, and I'm on screen. Hang on, let me pull up my direct quote from the Arctic. Huh. Okay, never mind.
Right. Well, they don't get into the weeds of how the show is made. You're technically behind the scenes, even though you're on camera, but you are a producer.
Okay.
Can we just say how fucking offensive it is to accuse Watto of not looking enough like Watto? They're saying, oh, he doesn't quite pull off a Toydarian junk dealer. Well, this is a Toydarian junk dealer. So I don't know what this fucking image you have in your head of some Norman Rockwell painting of a perfect Toydarian junk dealer. No offense to you, George, but this is reality. Don't tell me that I'm not Toydarian enough for television.
I would never say that. And I will say this, for people who are new to the talk show and have only seen you in the films.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones were both lit very differently. They were filmed very differently. The camera would move. There'd be multiple angles. I can understand that it might be disorienting, but in our defense, there are far more hours, even just from this year's live streams alone. You in this talk show, that is the definitive. If you're looking for Watto material,
this is it.
This is it. This is the show. In the films, you're on screen for a few minutes.
And let's throw out another fact here. Okay, Bitterwork is making a joke, but in all honesty, those movies were filmed 20 years ago.
Right.
It feels a little like CBR is saying, oh, Watto doesn't look like himself anymore. Yeah, because time's passed. I was fucking 2 years old when we filmed The Phantom Menace.
Right.
I'm 23 now, okay?
You look great. You look great.
I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm just saying, oh, if you watch Phantom Menace and I don't look exactly the same, you're looking at the very youthful sprite in those films.
Well,
I'm full of life.
Watto, you may not be fishing for compliments, but you just caught a whopper because I think you look great.
I also think you look great.
Okay, shut the fuck up, Patrick.
Looks like the compliments are biting, whether you're fishing for them or not.
Oh, George, thank you.
We should bring in our guests, guys.
Absolutely. Very
Look
excited.
at this. This is an identical likeness. Look at this. How dare they tell me that I don't look enough like Watto?
Right. If anything, I think you look better. I think you look better now.
I think I've come into my own. I think I'm comfortable in my own skin.
Right. Right. Also, the atmosphere in your apartment is very different than the atmosphere on Tatooine.
Well, yes. No, I used to live in a hut. Now I live in the Dakota, directly one floor below Yoko Ono.
That's right. Watto, I don't know if when we used to do the live show, you would often introduce the guests in a very, when we do the scroll, in a very flamboyant way. I don't know if that's something that we want to incorporate into the show this week.
I'd love to do it. Let's bring it back. Ready? This is, let me get my golden pipes working. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the movie Willow, Rick Overton, and from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and the upcoming Jurassic World Dominion, Daniella Pineda!
Wow.
Daniella, Rick, it's so nice to have you. Welcome to the show.
I'm honored.
Now, Rick, I believe you are in Los Angeles right now.
Thanks
Rick?
for having me. I'm sorry, the sound's breaking up a little bit on my end.
That's
How's
okay.
That? Is it sounding okay to you?
Sounds good.
All right, good.
It sounds great. And Rick, you just talk whenever you want.
It sounds like I'm underwater. Sounds like I'm in the water planet.
Naboo.
Naboo.
And Daniela, you're in New Zealand.
With this technical thing, I don't know what it is.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, it's called the internet.
Yeah, I just got on a flight from London to LAX and then LAX to New Zealand. So I am in New Zealand now.
You are not the first guest we've had on the show to talk to us from New Zealand.
Really?
No, we've had how many guests we had from New Zealand actually?
At least three. 4, Tim Batt, Guy Montgomery, David Farrier.
Farrier, and Daniella Pineda.
You're the fourth. You're the fourth. And
Yeah.
but you're the first expat. You're
Yeah.
the first to go from the United States to New Zealand. I assume you're staying there forever, right? It
Yeah.
seems like if you're lucky enough to be allowed into New Zealand, you don't leave right now. You're holding a hot hand.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was the last chopper out of Saigon.
Yeah.
We're gone.
Rick, you seem to be in a green screen studio, which I think everyone should be in a green screen studio. I love it. Rick, you and I, we worked
George,
together.
we worked in blue. That was the last time you used blue.
That's right.
That was the last of the blue screen for you was Willow.
That's
and
right.
It's the film where you, of course, invented the technology for morphing.
That's right. That's the first
For the
morphing.
Bath Morta scene.
And look,
There you
are.
go.
Look at that.
There you are too, George.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning. Look at
You
the
look
way.
stunning.
Even Kevin. Look at Kevin looking at you with such admiration.
There we are. That's Kevin Pollak.
Oh.
And there's there's
Little
George and
Ronnie.
Ron, and there I am in my. The reason we spoke French was because the comic artist Jean Giraud, or Mobius, designed us, and so because of his design work, we both we're going to do a French accent.
Mm.
And I do want to point out something I just noticed in this photo.
And we
If you
both
look-
could do the, and we were both able to do the little runaway voice.
There it is.
Yeah, there he is.
If you look
There you are. There you are. Much
now,
younger.
look behind George's head. George, do you know what that is?
That's a Howard the Duck poster.
Oh, I was just gonna call that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
why
Howard
would
the
you
Duck. That's a
decide-
Howard the Duck poster, guys.
yeah,
Why-
yeah.
I have a
Howard
question
poster.
for George.
Read it
George,
and
why
wink.
did you decide to make Howard the Duck right after the success of Indiana Jones?
Great question.
Because I thought that it would be a good idea to make movies based on Marvel comics. Thought that could be a real successful thing, and I was
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, people laughed at him then, but I believe George Lucas actually started another one of the most successful franchises of all time,
Oops.
even if it took about 30 years.
Yeah.
It was the first Marvel
No.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if only they'd waited 2 or 3 years when the technology could have really sold the duck.
That's right. Well, yeah, it would have been great to have a CGI Howard the Duck is the way to
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Because the way we did it was sometimes we dress a child in the duck suit and sometimes just a small person. And you can kind of tell when you see it because they run differently.
True story. Howard the Duck is what made me realize as a very young girl that I liked the male species.
Really?
Yeah, Howard the
The
Duck.
male species.
Was it based on you being so revolted by the female ducks who have nudity in the movie that you realized that wasn't your thing? In which case, you might need to reassess outside of that film.
He had like a Letterman jacket, and I thought that was cool, and I was like, I like that. So I think that's when I realized I was straight.
Sure. Hey, Daniela, if you like Howard the Duck jackets, George is about to blow your fucking mind.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
a jacket.
This is an
Oh,
original.
it froze. Did it have a Howard on it?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it did. George,
Oh,
show it
hold
again.
I'll show it
Show it
again. I
again,
never
George.
tired of this. I never tire of showing it. Hold on. You see it?
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah. This is an original crew jacket.
Wow.
Now, Rick, when you were playing the brownies in one of the brownies in Willow, we were filming you completely separate. You had your own little movie, right? You were in those.
That's right. Remember that, George?
Yeah.
It was week after week up at the San Rafael ILM, back when it was still there. I remember one scene, and I know you guys will appreciate this. The wagon scene where Kevin and I are running around on top of the ropes and trying to cut the barrels free and all that. Right next to us, they were taking a bandsaw and chopping up the little pod from inner space because there's nobody wanted it and there's no room for it. So they just, when they say cut, cutting it in half.
Oh, yeah. Nobody wanted it. I bet people would
Now
love to have
people would
that now.
go give anything to collect that thing, but you don't
Yeah.
know at the time.
We threw away a lot of stuff. When we were making movies back then, you would just throw it away because you never imagined that people would want it. We threw away the Death Star, the original Death Star. We threw it in the garbage.
Do you
You don't
remember
know.
that time?
You have no idea at the time what's collectible.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time, George, that an employee at ILM almost deleted me off of their hard drive after Attack of the Clones? You said Watto's not in the next movie, and they were dragging me. You went, no, stop!
Yeah.
He's gained consciousness. He's my friend.
That's my best friend. Oh, one of my best friends.
One.
Actually, Daniela, your boss is one of my best friends. My buddy Steve produces Jurassic Park movies.
Oh yeah, good old Steve, Uncle Steve.
Signs those checks. Does he come by set himself at the end of every Friday with the stack of envelopes to hand out the paychecks?
He never comes to set ever. He just collects all the paychecks.
Have you met Steve, Daniela? Have you met him though?
I have. I did. I met him at the Jurassic World premiere.
Right. So once the work was done, that's
then he shows up.
Yeah, that shows.
But I heard he watches dailies. So
he loves it. He loves it.
Yeah, still has a scene.
What's it like? Because I helped out with the original Jurassic just to make sure that the dinosaurs look good, and now they look great. And now they can do anything. They can do anything with those dinosaurs. How fun is it to work on a Jurassic Park movie? Because you're doing your second one now, so it must be pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of unreal. It's I don't know, it's like as fun as you think it would be. I wish I had a better, by the way, if I like just blow this thing, it's because I'm out of my brain right now. When you're like next to prosthetics, like these massive prosthetics that take teams and departments to work on, and they cost like multiple Bentleys to make, and you're like working with those things, it's a lot of fun. It doesn't feel like just a regular old movie. It's like you're in a Universal theme park, but you're getting like paid for it. And
I'm sorry, Daniela. I just need to clarify about something. Are you saying that you're working with practical dinosaurs in this new movie?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Most of the time. This franchise kind of likes to stay away from any CGI if they can.
Ugh.
But sometimes you have to do a CGI because there's no choice. You got no choice to have a real dinosaur.
Wait, Watto, are you pro CGI or are you anti CGI?
Yeah, I'm 50% CGI myself.
Okay, got
and then 50% Jewish. So it offends me a little bit when people are trying to push, the sort of physical agenda in the film industry.
In comparison to practical effects, Watto, do you ever get compared to Watto, if I'm saying his name right, for Total Recall?
Yes. And I find...
How does that make you feel?
Offended, deeply offended. It's maybe the worst thing that people can ever call me, and I am a slave owner. I am a literal slave owner. And when someone compares me to that tiny, tumorous practical effect, I want to vomit in their fucking faces. Let me eat my pistachios.
Look at him.
That's
Ugh! How dare they? Look at that. Someone had to fucking spray like glycerin on it to make it shiny. Yeah. There were like motors and like batteries and shit like that.
Herpes personified.
Unnecessary. Here's what Arnold Schwarzenegger should have been talking to on set that day. Nothing. Have him look at a fucking ping pong and then just put some gross shit there later. That's how it should be, right, George?
Absolutely. Now, Patrick, we have a clip, I believe, from Jurassic World.
We do.
Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Now
I was going to say, in this clip, I feel like the dinosaur that you're working with might be practical.
Oh.
All right, let's figure it out.
It's when you're in the back of the truck. Is that practical?
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay.
It's blue.
Right, here we go. Yes, it's blue. Yeah.
Do we need any setup?
Sure, we can give some setup. Oh, we should tell them that we don't have permission to share these clips on our stream. So we have to futz with them a little bit. So they might sound a little different. They might look a little different, but that's the way we get around.
We're exploiting legal loopholes. So we should also mention this is the only talk show where we start playing a clip, then stop it, and then ask, should we set this up at all?
Right. Well, there's a plague on, so everything's different.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh my god, you guys are watching!
Look what they've done to him.
Who are these assholes?
Animal traffickers. Look how they're treating them. They're not going to take them to a sanctuary. They're going to sell them.
Not Blue. They need her for something else. What? I don't know, but she's averaging, and I don't have instruments. I want to keep her alive.
You're all right. You're all right.
Come here. Oh, put your hand here. Steady pressure.
Hey.
Watch out. I can't take the bullet out without a transfusion from another animal. Which one of you knows how to find vein? Oh, I did a blood drive with the Red Cross. Great.
I mean, it's basically
Too practical.
So you see these movies,
Was
obviously.
my voice altered? I feel like my voice sounded like 8 notches deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
how-
right.
That's
In order
right.
to avoid being like flagged for copyright claims, Patrick has to make everyone sound like your co-star Ted Levine.
You know what's true? That's a funny story. Is I love Ted. He's so awesome, but he would come on the makeup trailer in the morning, and I would be like, "I'm Ted Levine. I'm grumpy. I'm Ted," and I would always just talk back to him in his
Buffalo Bill.
serial Tucker voice.
Yes.
yeah. That's great. I think
Yeah,
Rick
but I
was.
was like, why do I sound like that? Do I sound like that? So I'm
No,
happy to.
It's just the only way to get around the robots. I think Rick was having audio issues, so I'm assuming he will be back in a
I
minute.
hope come back. Now
We hope.
that is we use the same technology that the FBI would use if they put Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom into witness protection. That the voice altering, it makes it sound like we cannot reveal the identity of this film or
No.
anyone.
Yeah.
Here comes Rick. Rick.
Rick!
Rick.
Rick!
Rick, wait, I have a question for Rick.
Yeah.
Is he
Hang on,
there?
Rick.
I think
Rick's
he is.
frozen.
It's
Yeah, he's
unintelligible.
frozen.
Oh no.
Man, it was much funnier when I didn't know he was frozen, and I thought he was just very
can't
unamused that we were
understand.
so excited.
Oh.
It's just chopping. He's chopping up.
Oh no. All right.
Oh no.
I'm
do
so
like-
sorry.
Oh,
That's
I
okay.
apologize to you guys. I didn't mean for. I was really looking forward to this. I don't know how to make this work. I'm going to keep playing around with it, try to get back in. But I apologize. Really enjoying it though.
Don't worry about it.
I actually,
See what I can do, but this isn't working. The sound is useless on my end. It sounds like
Rick,
underwater.
this is the kind of thing that has made this the internet's coolest talk show.
Absolutely.
No other talk show has things like this.
No.
People just have a problem and we solve it. We figure it out.
On
There's no-
the air.
There's no anger. There's no judgment. Just technology
Oh
and
my god, he looks like he's gonna cry.
Rick,
Okay. I think even if he's
I'll do
frozen,
it.
I want Rick to be. I won't do this show if Rick doesn't have his little frozen square there.
We're gonna lose both of them.
I mean, honestly,
If I
This
could
is what-
videotape it and show it to you.
Yeah, that's okay. Rick, if you can figure it out, you can figure it out. Oh wait, yeah. If you can figure it out, you can figure it out, and if you can't, we get it. It's okay.
right.
It's aquatic.
Yeah,
Rick, honestly,
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Rick,
that's okay.
I don't know how. I can't hear it.
Rick,
It's
I'll see
okay.
what I can. I'll try to dial back in if I can figure something out. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
You gotta get that spectrum, homie. He's gotta get
Yeah,
the spectrum.
right.
I mean, that's what
Yeah.
the Jurassic Park movies are about. What happens when technology doesn't do what you expect?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that's always been a theme, and that's what a lot of Star Wars is about. Is like you have this great technology. What do you use it for? Does it always work? Is it fully operational?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. George, are you aware of the famous picture of you at the food court in Australia? It's my favorite picture of you. Are you aware of this?
Yellow.
Yes, that was one of my happiest moments when I was eating those noodles.
It's my favorite picture ever.
Let's bring it up. Because it was never meant. So much of my life has been sharing stories with the world. But this is a picture that is just. I didn't intend for anyone to see this, but I love that this story was shared with the world. And look at this. I'm eating. I'm eating with my getting my food with my right hand, and my soda is placed so that in order to get my soda, I'll have to put down my utensils and pick up the soda.
Are you still drinking Diet Coke, George?
I drink seltzer right now. I'm drinking AHA brand seltzer, peach and honey flavor. I do like seltzer, as was established on my episode of the OC. I love to drink seltzer. I said it on the OC.
It's canon.
But I love Coke, Diet Coke. I love Coke Zero. I'll sometimes have a Coke Zero.
Yeah.
I love to get some food. I love to get a newspaper, get some food, get a Diet Coke, fold the newspaper in half, put it in front of me. Don't read it while I'm eating. I have it ready, so when I'm done with my noodles, I can unfold that newspaper and read it. That's I don't know if you're aware. I'm getting ready to open up a museum called the Museum of Narrative Art in Los Angeles, and that photo of me is actually kind of reminiscent of one of my favorite painters, Norman Rockwell. It looks like a Norman Rockwell painting of just a creative genius billionaire eating some noodles alone in a food court. Yes. And no one's noticing me. Like I've created some of the most famous stories of all time, and yet no one's bothering me. Everyone's just going about their business. You see a dude in the background. He's got a baseball cap. He's not even facing in my direction.
Yeah. It's like when Stephen King says he hates it when he just wants to go get a sandwich at a baseball game because he's Stephen King. You know?
Yeah.
I know.
And
George wishes he could just not read the newspaper in peace, Yeah. But unfortunately, it immediately becomes immortalized. It becomes your favorite photo of all time.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that because I think the story it tells is a beautiful story.
Great story. Epic story.
It's an epic story. Well, what's that noise?
I think that's my lunch, but it's okay.
Whoa. Daniella, would you like to have your lunch during the show?
No, not even a little bit. No.
Not even a little bit.
You could be like George, though.
Be like me.
You could be like George.
You could sit there and eat it, and we can watch.
How meta would it be if I brought the exact same tray that's in?
I mean,
don't single white female my lunch.
Daniella.
George, we should show Daniella some of your favorite Norman paintings.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well,
Daniella, you should go get it. You should go get it.
You go get it.
You don't
put your mask on. Put your mask on and go get it.
This is the only talk show where we let people eat their lunch on camera. I'm eating garlic and onion pistachios.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
Going great.
Mute it.
It's going great.
Oh, muted.
And nurse has to take my temperature, so pandemic.
We don't want to reveal your temperature.
Show us. Put it on screen.
No, Patrick, that's private.
It's private.
I was going to suggest that we show her the plates, the Butterboy plates, George. Also, I don't think Rick can't come back. It wasn't working for him, and he feels very bad. We're going to give it a shot another time, though.
Okay.
All right.
Because he was really enjoying it, he said.
Well, tell Rick if he wants to text you at any point, we'll read the text on the air.
Okay.
Ask him what it was like working with J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, let's text Rick.
He's in an episode of Alias, right?
He's in Alias. He's also in Lost.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he is in Lost.
Patrick, I'm shocked. You're a little lost.
I know. He's. I'll tell you who he is. He's Ana Lucia's therapist.
That's right.
That person does not know they're on camera. Should we pull it?
Yeah, pull it. We don't have a release. We didn't get a
release time.
Man, this really is the coolest talk
Patrick,
show.
but keep an eye. Make sure everything's okay, though. Like
I will.
Like we don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're just letting people come in.
Well, it's New Zealand. You can do whatever you want. It's not like here. Yeah. because they were smart and they did things right. So now they get to do nice things. Unlike America, where too many people aren't doing the right thing, and so we'll never get to do anything.
Like, how wild that Daniela is in a country that has pretty much solved coronavirus, and yet they're still taking a level of precaution that America won't.
Patrick, do make sure nothing bad is happening. Make sure that Daniela's okay.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Such a cool
She's
show.
back. Wait, she's back.
Hey!
Hi, sorry, you might hear the nurse in the background. It's 2020.
We would love it if we could hear the nurse in the background. We would love it.
I love that happened at the same time.
Daniela, can I ask? I have some questions out of curiosity about
Danielle, tell Andre we said hi.
Hi, Andre.
Howdy.
Howdy, Andre. Everyone, sound off in the comments. Say hi to Andre.
Say howdy, Andre.
Howdy, Andre.
Yeah, Andre Highland, everybody. Mask.
Mask. All right.
Yeah.
Questions. Well, no, I mean, because you're currently at the threshold of sort of a new future. Jurassic World Dominion has gotten a lot of press for being the first of the big major blockbuster films to restart production. All these new protocols. I think you finished up filming in London and now have moved the rest of it to New Zealand. What is it like?
It's so surreal. This might be one of the most surreal experiences of my life. It was already surreal getting on Jurassic World, right? Mm-hmm. And then the pandemic happens. And I was like, oh, we're not going to start till 2021. We're not going to start till there's a vaccine.
Yeah.
And then it was just the way the cards fell. It was complete luck. I happened to be employed for one, because most of my actor friends are not working.
Yeah.
Then I happened to have a movie and a show that happened to be where the two places where production's happening. So I just became, it's so, I can't even describe it. Also, the airports are empty and kind of apocalyptic, and there were nurses and people in hazmat suits, and you have to. Oh yeah, and I'm just quarantining. Yeah. Anyway, it's all been. It's unreal.
In a few months, you might have the highest IMDb Starmeter out of anybody.
Wow.
Ooh, that's
because you're going to have a bunch of stuff coming out.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop. It's coming out hopefully next summer.
That's exciting.
I know it is exciting. I'm also I'm really excited because the fact that I've done this show afterwards, if I want to just F off, gain a lot of weight, just kiss it goodbye, I can do conventions.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Watto, you do conventions sometimes. How are those? Are those fun, Watto?
Great. I mean, not going super well right now during the virus, but yes, no, I've been working the convention circuit hard, and much like you said, Daniela, let myself gain some weight. Just cut loose and then press the flesh. It's great. It's great.
Press
Daniela,
the flesh.
Yes, you go up to people and you put your finger into their flesh to test whether they're worth purchasing.
I see.
I used to own humans. That's how you test. It's is this a good thread count?
White slave, though. You should
now,
always
if you press in and the indent stays,
yes,
is that a hot commodity or that's no good?
You want a little give, right,
but
on the push. You don't want the indent to linger.
Daniela, being part of one of the first productions to find a way to make film or television during this, do you think that while a lot of different productions might have been thinking about whether or not they should start up, that perhaps the Jurassic franchise was more focused on whether they could start up?
That production did find a way.
Yeah, it's funny that it's Jurassic World shows you when you do something too soon.
Yes,
right.
And then we kind of did that. But life also does find a way.
But I think you put your money where your mouth is, because it's we're not just making movies about this. We are Jurassic Park.
Yes,
we're owning it.
It's method filmmaking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Jurassic World Dominion is is definitely like your reality in a post-apocalyptic society. So we're fit for this,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. You know, like sometimes people will pretend to be tough guys in movies, but then
Yes.
in real life they're cowards. But
Right.
Jurassic Park is like, no, we are the cutting edge. We're going to figure out how to do this. And
We
in the
walk the
end,
park. Yes.
and in the end, it will work out because it always does work out. In the
Always.
end, at the end of the Jurassic Park movie, you feel like they did it, guys. They did it.
Sometimes I have a feeling. Do you ever have that feeling where like nothing happens to movie stars? Like, oh, but they're in a movie, so like nothing's ever going to happen to them.
Yeah.
You know that like weird kind of messed up like logic that makes no sense. Like,
Absolutely.
she's Julia Roberts. Like
Yeah.
nothing's ever going to happen to her.
That's how I function every day of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it is like you were saying, you know, the too soon thing. I wonder, did they ever consider calling this movie Jurassic World : Too Soon? Like, because it is kind of Jurassic Park. The franchise is the original, like Too Soon.
Right.
Don't go back. Too
People
soon.
love, but I think they had a question mark at the end. I think that's where you get you leave it up to the audience.
Hashtag too soon.
Right.
George, let's show Daniela these plates.
Yeah, let's show that. Okay, so here I really hope you like these, Danielle, because these are some of the me and Steve. We both collect Norman Rockwell paintings. We love them. We put out a book a couple years ago that's just like it's from our collection.
It's almost like a competition between the two of them.
Of course, I know about Uncle Steve's love
every
of.
page has got a great Norman Rockwell drawing or paint. Well, not these pages, but I hope the only pages didn't have. Look at that! Look at that! It's so good. And he'll paint anything. He'll paint like, oh, a little boy dropped his ice cream, or oh, look, that dog's trying to eat that ice cream, or just all kinds of stuff like that.
It's storytelling.
But two of my favorites that we love to share with people are Butter Boy, which this is. Let's take a look at Butter Boy. All right, this is an original Norman Rockwell plate.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a boy made of butter.
I mean,
it sparks the imagination. There's just the name is so evocative. No, he's a little boy.
But also, we don't know, George. We don't know that he's not made of butter.
We don't know. That's why Danielle
made of butter.
That's why I encourage people to do the flesh press test, because the point is, if you push too hard and the indent stays, it means they're probably made of butter.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's
hold
right.
Keep it up there, Patrick. Keep Butter Boy on camera there. We want to see him.
Now, Butter Boy's knife is enormous.
Yes,
that's right.
Daniela, you're asking the right questions. Butter Boy is a mystery. It's a mystery.
hang on. And I have another issue with this. All right.
Yeah.
He's Butter Boy, right?
Yeah.
Look at the butter on the toast. It's like cold and clumpy. It's not melted.
Yes.
You just take it from the fridge and try to stir it.
Off, Queen. Yes.
What about the bread? He's going to break up the bread.
Also, look at those hands. Those are not the hands of a boy. Those are the hands of a man.
Those are
he looks like he's like 48 and 12 at the same time.
Yes.
Wait, there are a little boy's hands, but they're holding the plate.
Yeah, it's like his dad's hand is holding the butter knife, and then an old man is holding the toast.
Yeah, and also he buttered the bread. Think about what he did. I mean, we're assuming he buttered that bread. We're assuming. We don't know. But let's assume he buttered that bread, and then he holds, imagine, just pick up something that's like a piece of bread and try holding it the way he's holding. Who holds a piece of bread like that after you've buttered it? He picks it up like under it. Everyone do this at home. Pick up a piece of bread and try to hold it the way he's holding a piece of bread.
It's very weird.
Something's not right with him, or maybe something's more right than it's ever been.
Yeah.
You know what though? He's doing this is pre-Instagram staging.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Like now, people will take a picture of themselves with their food, and it'll take a few seconds. But Norman Rockwell, he must have spent at least a whole day painting butter. But he didn't stop there, Daniela. He didn't stop there. Patrick, Butter Girl.
Sequel.
God, these are so fucking scary.
Now look how different she is. She takes 2 blocks of butter from a plate and just dumps them onto a single piece of bread.
Like a maniac.
That is so
someone-
She's also like,
Yeah.
Someone in the chat.
Look at her hand placement. Look at her hand placement.
okay, it's one
Who
piece
holds
of
a
toast.
knife that way?
Who holds a plate like that?
That's like a quarter. That's a quarter of a whole stick, and it's still square, so it's still cold. What's the game plan? What's the end game?
Butter Boy
does something insane with his bread and his butter, and then Butter Girl says, "Hold my butter."
Someone did
who
say
do you
a
think?
comment-
Okay,
Hang on.
so
Someone did say a
Predator.
comment. Someone said
Oh,
a
sorry,
comment
go
that I really like, and I just want to say it before it goes away. Butterboy looks like Brad Pitt before he gets shot in Burn After Reading.
Can we? Is there a way that we can see that? Can we see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Patrick?
hang
Got to
on.
pull up the
See
picture.
that? And it would be nice to get both of those images on screen.
Yeah, hang on.
It takes-
Okay. So like Predator versus Alien.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Butter Girl v Butter Boy.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think sometimes they're a team, and sometimes they are mortal enemies. I think.
Yeah, Butter Girl freaks me out more.
I also
Yeah.
just quickly want to say, while we're on the subject, Alien and Predator are great friends of mine, old friends of mine, terrific guys. I've known them for over 15 years.
Can we get?
That's such a deep cut call out.
People said that Brad Pitt should play Dr. Fauci on Saturday Night Live, and he got an Emmy Award nomination for
Yes.
that this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's start making the next movement that Brad Pitt will star as Butterboy in the motion picture that I think can be made under COVID. I think it can be made COVID safe. I think a Butterboy movie can be made just in one room with Butterboy, some bread, some butter, and a huge knife.
Yes.
Brad Pitt is Norman Rockwell's Butterboy, because we gotta give Norman Rockwell that Walt Disney possessive title. Norman Rockwell's Butterboy.
Now, do we think Butter Girl is the post credits?
Look at this Steve Dressler piece on Twitter.
Oh,
he made it.
Send that everywhere. Send it everywhere.
I just retweeted it.
Kind of Butter Boy a little bit, like low key.
A little bit with the hand.
Love it.
That's like butter. That's like George Lucas. I will play old man Butterboy, and it will be like he'll tell the story of what it was, and then young Brad Pitt will play young Butterboy.
Yeah.
Can we answer my question though? Because I think it's very important. If we're talking about the BCCU, right, the Butter Children Cinematic Universe, is Butter Girl a co-lead in the Butter Boy movie, or are we saving her for her own film? Do we want to build up to an ultimate team up by making two parallel narratives that will then collide in the ultimate film?
Are you saying like Butter Endgame?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think Butterboy has his own film. I think Butter Girl. I don't think we want to Black Widow it. I think we want to go ahead and right out of the gate give Butter Girl her own movie.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I think Butter Girl is like Thanos. I'm getting Thanos vibes, and then Butter Boy is like Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Wow.
Sure.
If he were old.
Now,
And
here's
not
my question. There is already a Butterman in the public sphere. I don't know if you guys remember this.
Who's the Butterman?
He chased after Al Roker in the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Do you guys remember this?
No, only Patrick remembers.
I do remember that. I do.
What? You remembered it?
When this is done, we're all going to go watch the video, and it's very funny. That's all I want.
I
If
want
we have
to-
a Butterman, just put him in.
I think he has no place in this film. He sounds problematic. I don't like him. Get Butterman out of here.
Yeah. Those two paintings are so creepy. Like some old things just give you the willies.
Let's hold them up again, Patrick. We need to.
like
dig deeper. The rest of this show is about the Butter Children.
Also, I don't know if anyone has any contacts with Eddie Vedder, but I'm already in the soundtrack. She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find the Butterman. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find the Butterman. And that's the hit song. It's a little spooky, but I think it works.
Can you please, like, for your next show, as a callback, like, make some sort of just rendition of that?
Absolutely.
But Eddie Vedder's made of butter as he's singing it.
Oh, and he's melting. Yeah.
Let's this is real. Let's get some fan art for Butterboy, Butter Girl, Eddie Vedder as a butter, and the Butterman.
Eddie Butter.
Eddie Butter. And the Butterman who chased Al Roker. It could be a movie poster. It could be whatever. Let's get fan art.
Can I pitch another cut for the Butter Boy soundtrack?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Hang on, Waddle. I'll make it full screen.
Got to admit, I'm spreading butter. A little butter all the time. I have to admit, I'm spreading butter. I'm spreading butter, and it's mine.
I'm just looking to see. Oh! This
Ding
is
dong.
Daniela, this is so exciting. I don't care who it is. It's just so exciting when people show up.
So exciting.
Yes. It
We
feels
hope
like
it's- we
it
hope
feels
it's
like
not
we're in like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood now.
It really does.
We're on a network TV show right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're on the
Oh,
internet.
it's lunch.
It's lunch
Lunch.
now. It's lunch.
Now it's lunch. They lunch now.
They lunch now?
Hey, lunch now.
Now,
Yeah.
Danielle, you were on a show called The Detour.
Yes.
TBS, very funny.
Very funny.
There.
Very
Oh my
funny.
god, where did you find that promo? God, I look horrible.
No.
Why do I look like that?
Because we're giving off.
I look like I have no neck. I look like Roseanne's daughter.
Daniela, don't blame yourself. That's a compression issue. You don't really have pixels in real life.
Yeah.
Look at the shoes,
Yeah.
though.
Look at those shoes. It's got to be the shoes.
I look like 40,
No.
like 40
You're
years.
because you're a great
No.
actor. You're in character. You're playing the part.
Now, Watto, do you want to tell Daniela why this is relevant to us?
Daniela, I would love to. So what? You did how many? 2 seasons of The Detour? How many seasons? Were
I did 3
Three?
actually.
Wow.
Trilogy.
Man. So what? Probably about 39 episodes, about somewhere mid-30s.
I wasn't in all of them, but yeah.
Must have been satisfying. Must have been satisfying to produce all those episodes and then have them released, aired on television where people could see them and go, ha ha ha, I like this. It makes me laugh, right? That's why we do it at the end of the day, right? Daniela, what
What would you say?
would you say if I told you that George Lucas, this man, self-financed and self-produced 39 complete episodes of a TV show? He said, I'm not going to wait for some network to give me a green light. I'm going to pony up. Just like I do when I want to own a Norman Rockwell painting, I'm going to be the Norman Rockwell painting I want to see in the world. Staff a room, hire animators, 39 episodes, 3 seasons of an animated TV show. Someone will buy it from me. Someone will take it off my hands. And then what happened? Those thieves at Disney stole Lucasfilm. They said, yoink, we're taking your whole franchise, your life's work. We're stealing it from you and leaving behind $6 billion, the ultimate offense. And George went, well, silver lining. Walt Disney Company, what are they better at than releasing animation? Historically, the thing they have done the most is make animation and then release it for the world. But there's a twist. Talk about the little twist. Disney took those 39 episodes, they put them on a shelf where they have remained for almost a decade. None of this is a bit. There are 39 complete episodes of a TV show by George Lucas that have never been seen that Disney could release with the click of a fucking button. They could put them on Disney
Why?
Plus right.
Too funny.
They're funny. Daniela, they're funny. They're
Daniela-
funny. now.
Animation?
Yes, animation. Very, very funny animation filled with
Now-
jokes.
Now, why is this relevant to Daniela?
Because the show is called Star Wars, Detours.
What?
Because Star Wars usually pretty serious, little funny, and Star Wars Detours were saying, what do we take a detour into? A lot of funny.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is this a real thing? Did he really make this?
This is
show?
100% real.
We would not lie to you.
And I'm right here.
Everything that happens on this stream is a real thing, Daniela. I don't know what you're talking about.
See, TBS, this is a good point. TBS would have known how to release it.
Why are they doing like disco hands?
Because it's funny, Daniela. It's comedy.
Can we also talk about how weird C-3PO looks?
Turn
No,
the image
let's-
back up.
Let's talk
Hang
about
on.
it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, we want to bring it back up? Sure. We'll bring
Yeah,
it back up.
back
Let's talk about how weird C-3PO looks.
Let's talk about how weird C-3PO looks.
And let's really hone in if we can. Let's zoom in.
He's weird now.
He's weird now.
Huh?
He's
He's
weird.
weird. Look
You
at
know, he
that.
kind of like he looks like Jessica Alba was on the cover of Sin City, but it's C-3PO. So
Wow.
it's really confusing.
Incredible call.
it does look like one of those features where they show you like, look at all. Here's the original photo of 3PO, and then this is what they put on the cover, where they've carved away like
Yes.
in reality, C3PO is a little bit rounder around the
Yeah.
middle.
Right.
Yeah, they like slenderized him. It looks weird.
Yeah.
Incredibly strange. Look,
But-
Danielle, this is 100% real. We have episodes of this show on our
Put
Google
both,
Drive.
put both of them up, please.
We cannot post it online.
Yeah, bring both of them up.
We will send you episodes of Detours when this show is done to prove
Yeah.
to you that it
As a
exists.
Well,
parting
maybe the
gift,
public's not ready for it. Maybe it was so ahead, like people, their brains would explode. They're not ready.
Well,
for it.
10 years.
Here's what I'll say. Hang on. You would think that maybe it's not ready, but if it wasn't ready, would they make merch for it?
Oh my God.
What's going on?
Oh my
Would they
God.
make merch
I
for it?
genuinely don't know what's about to happen.
I don't know what's about to happen. What?
What is
Is
happening.
that from the 39 episodes?
Yeah.
This is from the 39 episodes.
Is that
Patrick-
official merch?
Detours. Officially released merch.
What? How did you
What?
get this?
Patrick, how did you get this? I'm
Patrick,
so angry
how
at you.
did
I'm
you
so
get
angry at you right now. How do you have this?
I guess this was given away at Comic-Con when they premiered the trailer.
They
I don't
announced
know.
Yeah, push your chest closer. I want to see. Are these little these are little
Little stormtroopers.
little cute little stormtroopers? And what are they doing?
Yeah.
Are they dancing? They dancing?
High-fiving.
I think they're high-fiving.
I think
Oh my God.
they high-five now.
Yeah, they high-five now.
What a couple little cute cuties.
Yeah.
This is really meta. It's very like Pixar-ish. It's
Yes.
like Pixar meets Star Wars.
Yes,
Yeah.
like-
And why would Disney want to release something that's Pixar-ish?
Yeah, they hate releasing Pixar movies and Star Wars movies. Why would they release a TV show that's very funny?
Very
Patrick, Patrick, keep that shirt
Oh, there we
in. I never want to stop looking.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right. That is exactly right.
Absolutely the same. Yes.
Yeah,
It's good.
way hot.
Yeah.
So we're
I've
asking
been,
people
I've
to
been
tweet.
sweating. I've been sweating through 2 layers. Just
Why are-
Yeah,
Putting the other layer back on.
Princess
Well,
Leia.
I think it looks cooler. I think it looks cool.
Now, but I think you're onto something, Danielle, which was at the time the reason I think they didn't release it was because it was ahead of its time, and they wanted to roll out Star Wars, Disney Star Wars, as very serious. They're like, we're about to kill Han Solo, we're about to kill Luke Skywalker, and all of these serious things are about to happen.
Very serious.
So I understand why initially they might say, let's hold off on the laughter. But now in 2020, when production is very difficult to achieve, they have
And animation's hot.
yeah, and they already have completed animation, voices by
Done.
Billy D. Williams, Ahmed Best returning as Jar Jar Binks.
Seth
These are-
MacFarlane.
These are, and they have a streaming service where people love to watch Lego Star Wars and Star Wars Clone Wars, and all they got to do is press that little button to release the 39 episodes.
One button. One
One
fucking button. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what it makes no sense. It actually makes no sense, which is why we talk about it every single week. It is one of
And-
the biggest issues plaguing us today is that these episodes remain on a shelf.
And while we love to give our guests, if they're interested, as like a parting gift for doing the show, we will give you access to some files that not very many people have seen of some episodes of Detours.
We can't give you like a mug. We can give you a Google Drive link with 13 roughly completed episodes of Detours.
Yeah, that's the best we could smuggle out.
I would be honored.
I
Yeah,
think
well,
I-
You're
Danielle,
stuck in a hotel room for 2 weeks.
you in particular are going to love it. If I know you, this thing you're going to love. It's going to make you laugh so hard.
Yeah, like disco Star Wars animation question.
Yes.
That's my lane.
Yes.
Now, Daniela, how long are you going to be in New Zealand for?
I think I'm gonna be here probably till like mid next year, beginning of next year to mid next year.
Wow.
Wow,
Wow.
that's
It's gonna be.
How much did you pack?
I have my life is in 3 suitcases right now.
Wow,
God.
wow, that's
And
pretty.
it's real.
But also, what an exciting adventure! Did you ever imagine that you were going to live in New Zealand for basically a year?
No,
Was that ever a
that's like
goal?
what being an actor is. It's like it's so unpredictable. And what? Oh, they're Eddie Butter.
Eddie Butter.
Eddie
Who
Butter.
did that? Did someone just fucking make
I'm not
that?
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, this was local unknown on Discord made this.
Yeah, everyone. Pearl Jam is on Twitter. Make sure that they see this.
Daniela, this is how this insane show works. Watch, okay? I want you to come up with any idea of a request for fan art, and we will time how long it takes. So just come up with the dumbest fucking thing.
Something that you want. Something you really
something
want.
you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
It can be you. It can be anything.
I'd like to see myself, but in Butterworld. I want to see my own plate.
Wow.
Okay.
You could play. You could, because I never thought about this in the movie. We need someone who's like a point of view character that is like, what is with this world? Who's this
Audience
butter boy?
surrogate.
Who's this butter girl? Someone for
Right.
the audience to identify with. That's wonderful.
And also,
Yeah.
our leads are young actors. We could use someone who's able to work adult hours, has experience in sort of like high production value, special effects driven franchises.
Brad Pitt will be playing the titular Butterboy character, though.
Oh, I forgot Pitt was attached. That's on me. I forgot that we had Brad Pitt.
That's okay. But he's so deep in character that we won't know in the same way that Baby Yoda is 50, but very much reads as a baby.
Yes.
I think Brad Pitt as Butterboy will very much read as a child. So we probably
Who does she look like?
terrifying.
Who is it? Because it's somebody.
Yes.
It's like
She also has that old young quality.
Yes.
Like she's a young child that's been through wars.
Absolutely.
this will mean nothing to almost anybody, but she looks like Red Skelton.
She does look like Red Skelton.
If only we could CGI. Well, we could get a CGI Red Skelton to play Buttergirl, but I don't know whether we'd have to negotiate with the estate.
I do think Buttergirl has seen things she can never forget.
I think
that changed her permanently.
Someone just pitched Laurie Metcalf. I think that's an excellent. I think she could really.
Great
I
casting.
think she could
That's
transfer.
a great one.
What a great Buttergirl Laurie Metcalf would be.
You say
I mean, you're not wrong. That is.
That's pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Now, while someone works on this fan art, and I'm watching the clock to see how long it takes, I think we should really sort of like do some sort of fucking story breaking on Daniella's character, how you fit into this universe.
You know what? She looks like if one of Larry David's old friends like turned into a little girl. Like, doesn't she look like one of Larry David's friends on Curb? But I can't point which one.
Yeah. Is it Bradley Whitford? Is it young Bradley Whitford?
She looks a little like Bradley. There's a little bit of Bradley there.
I could also imagine Kristen Shaw pulling it off in the right circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be one of those things. A lot of people are gonna be reading for Buttergirl because Brad Pitt, he's offer only. He's very much in the same. He's if he wants the part, it's his, and we hope that it works out because we love to package it that way.
He's been looking for a big follow-up to his Oscar, and we're very, very honored that he has chosen that Butterboy is finally the project to sign on to.
Better Boy is going to be a huge international release. China's going to be all over it.
This is mostly an international play. That's the thing people don't understand. Butterboy is huge overseas.
Well,
Daniela, what's your ideal version of your role in this movie?
Yeah, I want to brainstorm for this character.
And I want you to have ownership of this character so you really feel like you can inhabit it.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like I never get to play. If anyone who knows my catalog of work, I'm always like the weird friend who you don't know is gay. That's what they cast me as. So I like to be a romantic lead. I think me and Butterboy could, have a romance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So
what's the backstory?
In this movie, how old is Butterboy? Because is Brad Pitt Cliffording it? Because that's how I was imagining it.
Yeah, I think he could Clifford it.
I think Brad Pitt is shaving his legs, putting on short pants, and holding up the butter plate.
And we can scale the backdrops with the CGI. It's very easy to scale them.
Yeah.
On Clifford, they had to do it practically. They had to build large props, oversized pencils, and things like that. We can scale that. That's just a slider.
Okay. So Daniela, you are your age playing a 12-year-old dating a 12-year-old Brad Pitt.
I mean, yeah, sign me up.
Okay.
Here's a line of dialogue I'll throw out there, and we'll just see. And maybe this is, I don't know if this is too dramatic.
This is what it will look like this.
Right. But with Butterboy.
Right.
What was that movie called again?
Clifford.
Which I believe is on HBO Max. Is it on HBO Max?
It's on Max now.
It's on Max. They Max now?
They Max now.
Patrick, check the private chat. It took less than 5 minutes.
Oh no!
Wow, 300 seconds.
Hang on.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's see the fan art that's come in already in less than 5 minutes.
This is from Ben Ratner on Twitter.
My goodness. But now you've been cast there as Butter Girl.
That's crazy. Wow, wait, hang on. I've got a screen. Keep that up there real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna screenshot this.
I can also send it.
Who's the genius? Is it Ben?
Ben.
Ben Ratner. Ben Ratner, thank you so much. You're a wizard.
I'll also send it to you.
Maybe it means old Ben Ratner. Now here's a line of dialogue, and this is just a rough draft, so I don't know, but try this. You say you love me, but sometimes I think you only love butter.
Watto, do you want to play Butterboy?
You want to play Butterboy, Watto?
I'd love to.
So you need
I'm just reading for the for the sake of the screen test.
Right.
Obviously the part is Brad's.
Right. So,
all right, so Daniela, your line is George. What was it again?
Yeah. You say you love me, but sometimes I think you only love butter. Now, Watto, do you want to have the line before that or the line after it?
Line after, please.
All right, line after.
Am I gonna say it?
Yeah,
you're gonna say it.
You're gonna say no. This is you, Danielle. This is it. We're gonna try this out. This is a cold read, I realize, because this is hot off the presses.
Yeah.
You say you love me, but sometimes I think you only love butter. And you can play this however you want, but I recommend you play it faster and more intense.
Okay. You say you love me, but sometimes I think you only love butter. Where'd everybody go?
They were giving us the space to do the screen test.
Oh, it's just the two of us. Oh, it's a screen test. Okay, I understand.
We'll reset. It's fine. It's digital. We're not burning any film. Okay.
Here, we'll reset.
We'll reset. Back to one. Okay. Let me get into character. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Is somebody talking? I think it froze.
No, I think it's your line, right?
Daniela,
it's my line.
It's your line. It's the line I sent you in the private chat.
If you want to check the private chat for the script.
Okay. You only love oh god, it's like it's frozen, and also I'm trying to think of something where butter's like meth, and so I'm trying to pretend like butter's meth.
I think that's a good choice. That's a good.
What would you say to someone if they said you? I thought you loved me, but you only love meth. But I'm trying to put it in butter terms, but I'm also totally jet lagged. So there's a lot of things that are crossing.
Follow that.
Actor secret.
Follow that.
I'm also I'm in actor mode right now, and so if the right, it's hard to. You say you love me, but sometimes I think you only love butter.
Yep.
That was good.
That's Butterboy's line. He says, "Yup."
Yeah. Can't believe that was a first take.
I can't believe that was Buttergirl.
Wow, I failed that. I would tell producers like, we've got to let this one go because she's horrible.
And watching you work, it's so inspiring. And notoriously, I'm not crazy about working with actors. I would rather work with billions of ones and zeros. But I think that was pretty good. I think you nailed it.
That was horrible. Andre, what do you respond if someone says to you, you say you love me, but sometimes I think you only love butter?
I say, usually I want you to melt my heart, but right now you're breaking it.
Oh, he said, usually I just want you to melt my heart, but now you're breaking it. God damn it, why did I think of that?
Andre, we may have Andre write the screenplay because I just want a story by credit. I don't want to write the whole thing. I don't like to write the screenplay. I like to get somebody else. Like someone's like, I gotta. Oh, look at that! Look at that.
By the great Jeff Bockelman. This is Butter Pineda.
That sounds about right.
So this is an interesting take because, of course, we know you're not playing Butter Girl. Laurie Metcalf's playing Butter Girl, and Brad Pitt is playing Butter Boy, and the story is still in flux. But what you want it to be is the romantic interest. And we were thinking, oh, maybe you're the human girl who is vying for Butter Boy's attention. But no, what does Butter Boy love more than anything?
Butter.
Butter. You should play Butter.
What if I'm Butter Knife Girl?
Oh my gosh. I think that's wonderful.
Wait,
Butter
okay. Hang on. Hear me out. And this might be crazy. This might be crazy.
Okay.
Daniela, you're Butter Knife Girl. Your head is made of butter, but your fingers are big knives. You're Edward Scissorhands.
You're everything that Butter Boy loves. He loves butter and knives, and you represent both of them.
You're everything he's ever known.
So it's like Edward. It's like it, but it's like Edward Butter Hands.
Yeah,
Butter Knife.
Edward Butter Knife Hands. Butter Knife Hands.
Erica Butter Knife Hands.
Erica Butter Knife Hands.
Yeah.
The character's name is Erica Butter Knife Hands.
Like spreading on multiple toasts.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
But you're chipping it off of your head and putting it on the toast.
Yeah, you're going like this. That's where the drama comes in, because all you want to do is give him butter, but every time you give him a little butter, a little bit of you slips away.
How much of yourself can you be expected to give?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, maybe that's my fatal flaw.
Yes.
I give until there's nothing left.
Right.
He's a taker.
He's the taker.
Wow. He's the taker.
It's like the giving tree, but made of butter.
Yes.
Yeah. And a woman.
The butter tree.
The butter tree.
The butter tree.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
To be shot in New Zealand. Are you going to be shooting Jurassic Park for the whole year?
No, I'm done with my stuff for Jurassic.
You're done.
You're done?
I thought you just got to New Zealand.
The movie's not done. I already started shooting before the pandemic, so I had to finish what I had already been doing.
You had to finish what they started.
Okay.
But you're done. You just got to New Zealand and you're done with Jurassic World?
Yeah, I just got to New Zealand like this morning. So when you said like, what would you say? I was like, because my brain's like,
what are you doing in New Zealand?
Yeah. Are you stalking Jurassic World?
Yeah. In New Zealand, I'm shooting Bebop.
Oh.
Are they going to let you come visit the Jurassic World set and just be like, hey guys,
I'm also here.
Fly back from New Zealand to London just to be like,
I thought they were filming. They're not doing any filming there?
They're shooting in London. Jurassic's in London.
They're filming in New Zealand.
Patrick.
No. Bebop's in New Zealand.
Patrick's been lying to us.
I got bunk info.
No.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Wow. You're done on Jurassic. That must feel amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I'll say this. Let me say this on our behalf. There's no talk show in which they get over an hour into it with that level of misunderstanding.
Fundamental base level misunderstanding of the current circumstances.
There's never been a talk show where an hour and 15 minutes into the episode.
Johnny Carson goes, wait, you don't play baseball?
Right.
No, I'm an actor.
You like find out I'm not Daniella Pineda. I'm like totally somebody else.
Wait a second. Who's Andre? What's happening? What? Wait a second. That was lunch?
Where did Rick Overton go?
Wait. So you guys thought I told you that I flew from London to LA to New Zealand.
Yes.
We assumed
you just assumed I was in London.
I thought you'd done some stuff in London for Jurassic World, and then they were like, let's get out of London. Let's go to New Zealand where it's safer. Let's go someplace. Let's film someplace where the leader of the country hasn't caught the disease.
Right.
I thought Bebop was done already.
No, we'd only gotten into so far, and then our lead got injured, but now we're back up again.
And what else don't we understand? Tell us something else we don't understand.
Daniela explains it all.
Yeah.
Do you have a window?
I do. Want to see?
Show us your window.
Window.
That's up to you. Whatever.
Oh, wait. Is that no? Because then people outside will be able to reverse engineer, like that's the window,
Okay.
and you don't want
Don't do
that.
it. All right.
Don't do it.
Tell us.
But I do have a window, but I have to quarantine. The sucky part is that there's no window to open. It's all like enclosed for 2 weeks, which isn't bad, but also there's a weird situation in this bathroom, which I don't know if I don't think it's a Kiwi thing. But I've stayed in New Zealand before, and the toilet is right next to the bed, and the door for the toilet is like the thinnest glass. It's like the toilet is just next to the bedside table, and there's a tissue separating the two.
Watto had a situation like that in a hotel once in Toronto. I don't think it's a New Zealand thing. I think it's just it's just a shitty hotel thing. I don't want to hotel shame, but that hotel was like very nice in a lot of other ways, and I was like, this is a pretty fundamental error for you to make.
What contractor is like, this is how I'm going to make this bathroom?
I
Like,
know the right place to put it. Yeah.
It feels to me, because they roll things out in stages, it feels to me like somewhere there's someone whose dream is to design a hotel where the toilet is part of the bed. And every time he pitches this idea, they're like, no, that's terrible.
Right.
Like, okay, well, how about if there's just the thinnest divide next to the bed?
Keeps trying to bridge that gap.
And the
It's one step before the toilet's already in the bed, which is the most American bed you can make.
Right.
Yeah, that is the most American bed. Is the yes.
Now,
the bed.
Daniela, are you in the room with the bed right now?
I am.
Can you shut the door and flush the toilet, and we'll see if we can hear it?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, this is a great talk show. This is definitely the coolest talk show on the internet.
Right. Okay.
You didn't shut the door. Shut the door.
There's no door to shut.
Yeah, Patrick, that's the point she's making. Stop yelling at her.
I thought she said it was a very thin door.
The wall is what's thin. The wall is
yeah, we hear that.
Absolutely.
We hear that.
Loud and clear.
Honestly, the toilet is so loud. We heard that toilet better than we heard Rick Overton.
I felt so bad for Rick. He was so, you gotta have him on again.
We definitely will. Technology failed Rick today.
Yes.
I mean, Rick himself
And his
was a delight. He told a charming story. His actual appearance was more like a conventional talk show guest appearance. In terms of running time, it only feels short because of the nature of this show.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to ask him was what backgrounds do you think Rick puts up in his mysterious green room?
Well, he said he was trying to do a sketch in that room, and he was having trouble with his phone getting it to go up.
He's been field testing.
Right.
Rick seems to be having a lot of technical issues at everything he tries to do. A very nice man.
Everything is in beta. Everything is in beta.
Everything's in beta.
We'll make it work another time.
What's the TV? What's the TV? I see you have a flat screen mounted. It's a classic hotel situation.
Yeah.
Oh, it swivels.
Oh,
it's a little next level.
That's fun.
Talk about a little twist.
A little twist.
That TV twists.
And have you now? You just got to this room, so you're still figuring stuff out, right?
Yeah, this is true.
Have you watched any New Zealand television?
Not on this trip, no. But actually, one of the most relaxing things that an American can do is watch Kiwi television, much the way people when they watch the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
There's like a calming factor. Kiwi news is very tame.
Yeah.
It's like, these adorable beds are in my way, and it's, I don't know, it's just tame. I don't know. There's nothing, there's no the president says they're pushing the election or anything. It's, it's more like, these towers are in my view.
Yeah.
Or something.
Danielle, someone in the chat is asking a very important question.
What's that?
Do you get to
Does
go to
Danielle
Universal?
get to go to Universal? Okay, so this is really interesting. So this was something that was like on my list. Was to do the Jurassic ride, and someone had told me like, dude, if you tell them, but then I didn't want to feel like such a loser. Like I go to Universal and I'm like, I was in the movie, so can I like go on the ride? But then the pandemic happened, and then I couldn't go.
Fuck.
So I don't know. I would have to, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So.
You should look into it, but
Yeah.
also maybe wait 5 years to look into it because seems like a theme park is a horrible place to be right now.
Are there theme parks in New Zealand?
You know, I don't know. I know that there's the Hobbit house.
I'll just look and see if
there are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Hobbit house, which I want to go to. I don't even know if that's in Auckland. Is that in Auckland? I'm not sure.
There's a place called Rainbow's End.
Here
in
it is.
Auckland.
Here it is.
No way. Oh, I'm
Yes.
going to go to this.
And there's also a place called Spookers.
I think we're on the same side, Watto.
I think so.
There's a place I want to go to called Velocity Valley.
Look at this, Daniela. Daniela, look at this.
Oh, that looks fun.
Welcome to Agrodome.
That looks fun.
This looks like a Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom thing.
That does. That looks like the gyro things, right?
Well, that actually does.
Yes,
It looks like you're in like carbonated soda.
Yeah.
It's a Schweeb racer. It's
Also,
also
those
a Schweeb racer.
Those sheep look like Tyrannosaurus Rex snacks. Like feed the T-Rex snacks.
You should be getting residuals on all of this, Daniela. This all seems inspired by Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Wait, look at this. The International Antarctic Center in Christchurch, which is very close to Antarctica.
Oh,
You go
yes.
there and it like simulates Antarctica for you.
Jeez.
That's a weird thing.
Christchurch is at the bottom. It's like when you fly to Antarctica, you stop at Christchurch before you go there.
The next one on the list was Splash Planet.
Yes,
Splash Planet.
Yeah, which is a
Is
water.
that where everything got seared?
I don't know.
Is that like a dystopian park place?
Oh, hang on. We got a new piece of fan art.
Ooh, more fan art.
It's not Daniela, but it is from Bring to Noise. George holding the giant knife and looking longingly at his butter.
Wow, that.
There it is.
He really captured George's face.
Yeah, she's great.
Incredibly good. Abigail Noy, thank you for that.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Abigail. You're doing God's work.
Wait, I have now that we finally untangled the basic elements that we should have known at the beginning of this show.
Now we can talk.
Now I'm curious because I thought when you were saying, a full year essentially in New Zealand, I thought it was because you are going to do Jurassic and then Cowboy Bebop back to back. You're saying that you're going to be in New Zealand for Cowboy Bebop for a year. Now, my question, out of genuine curiosity, is it's obviously a big show. It's got special effects and action and everything.
Yeah.
Was it always going to take that long, or does COVID production protocols slow down production?
No, I think if anything, it kind of does the opposite, where so many studios and things have lost money that now the pressure to like really rev it up is on.
Yeah.
So no, I think it's going to take that long. It's depending on a season 2 situation.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. What is this? Oh my!
You love me.
My goodness, look at that.
Oh my God,
I think you only love butter.
I'll send all these to you, Daniel.
I do.
Wow. What if like an exec is watching this and then they actually make like a movie?
I promise you it will happen.
I guarantee you right now, development executives are only watching.
They're salivating.
Sure, you need you to make some phone calls.
They've seen that this was called the internet's coolest talk show, and they're like, "Well, let's check it out." This is the week that the industry is watching.
Absolutely.
And
it's the great Steve Dressler.
Great Steve Dressler. I also do like that this is that Danielle. I love that every time art comes up on screen, you are racing to get a screenshot, as if we are going to take these away from you and
you'll disappear.
Okay, but here's
these are all Snapchat. They will.
We also have this big one from Don't Stop Believin' Son, CBC 9000.
Oh, Butter George and Butter Watto.
Whoa!
Now this has a great folk art feel to it. Like this feels like it could have been drawn thousands of years ago on a cave wall.
Yes.
Is that a UFO on top of Watto's head?
Great question. Watto has a little hat that he wears in sequels.
Oh, gotcha.
In episode 2, Attack of the Clones, I had Watto. I said, Watto, you should maybe put a hat on it.
Yeah, it's a little like Doughboy's pie plate hat.
Here we go.
Oh.
DJ Max Rebo got us 3. So we got this first one.
That's pretty good.
This.
Oh.
And then
Cowboy Watto.
Yeah.
They give me Butterfingers.
Butterfingers. Oh my gosh. What a great line of dialogue that your character could say. Like when something goes wrong, you'd be like, oops, Butterfingers.
Daniela, what if you play dual roles in this franchise? Okay, one character is butter knife hands, and the other character is knife butter hands. And so one character is butter for a head, butter knives for fingers. The other character is one butter knife for a head. Every finger is a new stick of butter.
Can someone make that?
Hang on.
Yeah.
I challenge the fan art for that.
You read for the role of Butterboy. Here's Butterboy reading for the role of Watto.
Oh no!
It honestly looks more like Sloth from the Goonies.
It does.
Hey, you guys!
Dude, whoever made that's a genius.
Oh, that was Jake Purple Hat, the John 98.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
Pretty good. I want someone to make what you just said, though, Watto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so clock starts now. Someone make that.
Yeah, someone
Danielle,
make that.
When you need to go eat food and go to sleep, let us know. I don't want to keep you.
No, are you kidding? I'm quarantining. Don't put it on me. I have nothing. Like, this is the most fun thing I'm going to do in 2 weeks.
Okay, I'm just saying.
We should probably. I think we could probably get Harrison to one more time.
One more time.
Yeah.
One more time, come back and play Butter Han Solo.
Yeah, Butter Han Solo.
As Han Solo has butter hands.
Yeah, make it. Make the pictures.
What if when Han Solo freezes in that thing?
Make the
Han
pictures.
Solo's actually in a stick of butter.
He's in a stick of butter. He's in a carbonite.
And so she's like crying, and it's weird because like the butter can melt, but it's very dramatic.
This is so good. This is so good. Daniela, you might be getting an EP credit on this thing because you're really helping develop this story of the universe.
He's
And,
no
like,
good. He's no good to me. He's no good to me on bread.
Oh no.
Yeah, Boba Fett saying he's no good to me on bread.
Sarah Clev coming together.
Wow,
that took 2 minutes.
That is so
No,
impressive.
I think this is an older one.
Oh, okay, okay.
This is when her head is butter and her fingers are knives.
Right, we need to
Yeah.
do the
Oh,
opposite,
right.
which is knife for head, butter for finger.
Sarah, that's spectacular.
But this is great, Sarah Clev. Don't get us wrong.
So good, unbelievable,
That's a hard
unbelievable.
woman to love.
The carbon freezing unit in Cloud City is just a toaster because Han Solo goes down in it like a piece of toast. You know, that's exactly the way.
And then they pop him up.
They pop him out, and it's just like it's hot. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
makes sense.
hear me out. Hang on.
Hear me out.
Butter Fett?
Butter Fett.
Like Boba Fett? Butter Fett?
I was following you.
Is that something?
I think it's something.
Might be something.
I think you just mic dropped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Butter Fett.
Wow. Wow. Patrick left.
Wow, he was like done. I contributed to this show.
He knew he was never going to do better than that, and now he's back. Oh no,
Nope.
Oh, it might be the Overton window.
I'm back.
Patrick, you back. All right.
Can I?
There you are.
Wait, can I throw something out?
Yeah, sure, Watto. Go ahead.
Oh, Butter Kenobi.
Please, Butter One Kenobi.
Hang on. Watto left, but Watto also left the room. Not just take himself off camera like I did. He fully left the room.
Gone.
I mean, people are saying, here we go. Oh, Butter, where art thou?
Oh man, that's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
I want to shout out into the comments. Lando Lakes Calrissian is a really good one.
Yeah.
Solid.
That's good.
This franchise is getting huge. I don't even know if 2 movies can contain it at this point.
And here's the thing: we don't need the rights to any of this stuff because no one's making butter movies. Like we own
Yeah.
We could probably get subsidized. We could probably get farm subsidies to make this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
They could use it right now. We'd be helping an industry.
We'd be helping the butter industry with this.
I'm sure the
So-
butter industry's taking a hit.
People don't want. Well, yeah.
I mean, there's no popcorn at the movie theaters to pour it on.
What an amazing
Yeah.
thing! People are going to buy more popcorn. This could help the theaters because the theaters are going to need a rebound when they open up again.
Yeah.
Although I keep getting emails telling me I get to go back to the movie theater. I think it's always 3 weeks from whenever the email is sent.
Yes, absolutely. It's
Right now, one of the few jobs that is still secure is the person who writes emails saying we're opening our movie theater 3 weeks from now.
yes.
Because every day they write a new one. Yeah.
I might have an origin story for somebody.
Okay.
I don't know who yet. You guys can decide who it's for. I think maybe I think it's Butterboy or Buttergirl. What if one of their parents, their father, will say, is one of the professional butter carvers? So he's always been around butter. Butter's a big part of his life. Is this something? I don't know.
Are you saying it's like a Geppetto situation?
Yeah, it sounds
That's
like
what I was thinking.
Sure, but Pinocchio doesn't eat puppets.
What happens
Yeah.
if Butterboy lies? You know, what's his kryptonite? What's
He
his
melts.
he can't be around he
melts
he can't be in love because love makes you hot, and if he falls in love, he melts, he falls away.
This
Right.
is the problem.
This is so good.
one of the things that people could say a lot to Butterboy
No.
is like Butterboy, like let's say Butterboy
Here,
says,
say it to his face, George.
all right, you say
Or
something.
wait, or do you want to give me a line and we'll do a line reading?
No, I'll just be a random other character in
Okay,
the Butterboy.
all right. Hang on one second. I'm going to put Daniella
Okay.
on.
All right, so you as Butterboy say, what happens to me if I lie?
What happens to me if I lie?
You butter not.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Every character can say some version of that.
Yeah.
Or you're spreading me thin.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I mean, actually, I think that's how we should write the screenplay is just write a bunch of lines like that, put them all together and see, like, what do we need to connect these lines?
It's a real,
See what they do,
it's a Mr. Freeze situation.
Someone
Yeah,
should
so
just
what?
give a screenwriter who's about to quit, like the union, a bunch of LSD and lock him in a hotel room, and then be like, write a script where all of it's like butter euphemisms. We'll make it.
Just don't stop writing until we open this door.
Yeah.
And we might
That's how
get 6 or 7 movies out of it.
That's how you quit the union.
This is from DJ Max Rebo. It's Oh Butter One Kenobi.
Oh, that's good.
You guys a little butter.
Our friend Ron Howard texted me, Butter the Hut.
Did you butter the hut?
But I feel like it's a missed opportunity to not take it the rest of the way and name him Butter the Butt. Or
The butter, the butter.
Butter the Butter.
I think Butter Fett was pretty
Butterfett's pretty good.
accurate.
You dropped
But
the
also
mic.
these movies, I know that they're taking Star Wars in a different direction. They're trying to get away from the Skywalker saga. They don't want all the baggage from before. I don't think these movies need to be tied to the Star Wars universe. That's what I'm saying.
We're going to make them, and anything that sounds like Star Wars, we'll just say, that's not Star Wars, this is a butter thing.
It's an Easter egg.
Yeah. we're not stealing from Star Wars. We're better than that. And then the whole jury laughs. And then we
The
get
great Ricky Barty has put Han
Oh,
Solo.
yes, that's what I'm talking about. They gotta sell that.
They gotta sell. Nobody's making butter Han
They gotta
Solo.
sell now.
They
They
gotta
gotta sell.
You know, it's a real thing. They won't be able to do this now, but like next week, if you have a fan who actually spent the time carving him into butter,
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
yeah. George, it's too bad you don't own that anymore because there's something there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's butter,
Andre just said Darth Butter.
Darth Butter.
Andre,
Andre.
you're coming through with all the good stuff.
Ron Howard texted me first, Butter the Butter. So he's plussing our plus up. Butter the Hut
The butter, the butter.
has become Butter the Butter. but also he said, now this is pad racing.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And also, Salacious Crumb could just be made of the crumbs of the toast that are next
Yes.
to the butter.
Absolutely, yes. This thing writes itself.
That thing that Jabba the Hutt like sits on,
Yeah.
that's just bread. Crumbs are just these little crumbs.
Somebody make this. Yeah.
Bib Fortuna is the thing that Butterboy wears. It's an actual.
It's a lobster bib. He's got a lobster bib.
His name's Bib for Butter.
Bib for butter.
Yes. And he orders lobster, and they bring over the butter sauce, and he goes, "It's fine. You can take the lobster. I don't need it."
Why is his name not Bib for lobster, not Bib for tuna? Because you don't use a bib for tuna. You use it for lobster.
Well, it's a sci-fi film. It's sort of asking, imagine a world in which we use a bib for tuna. And Patrick laughed.
Did Patrick think that was a mic drop? Because now I think he may have gotten a false sense of overconfidence.
He got a little full of himself.
That was fine what he said, but I don't think
fine.
it was a mic drop.
When Patrick comes back, I think we have to teach him a little humility and ask him to pick the mic up off the floor. Right?
Great one. A mic pickup. Yeah.
He has to pick up the mic.
We have to make him pick up that microphone.
He has to pick up the mic. He's flown too close to the sun.
Or did he take himself off?
Oh man, guys, I'm just back. Sorry, what did I miss? What did I miss?
Patrick, we regret to inform you that you must pick the mic up off the floor. The mic that you dropped earlier, you must pick it up.
Patrick, let me ask you a question. Do you have any sausages in the house?
Mm-mm.
No, none?
You haven't replenished your supply.
Hold on. You're lying.
I'm not.
What do you have in your freezer, Patrick?
You expect me to believe you have 0 sausages?
I threw them all out last week.
You didn't order new ones this week?
Yeah.
No.
We got a little stormtrooper in the background.
Guys.
Yeah.
Does Daniella have sausages?
New Zealand natural butter.
Butter! Craig!
Wow.
Craig!
If
Craig!
Craig, if you're in the comments.
Whoa!
My goodness.
Oh my Lord.
Anyone named Craig in the comments, identify yourself and say, that's my butter.
I have vegan corn dogs that I bought by accident because I thought they were regular corn dogs.
All right.
I'm sorry. Daniella just showed us New Zealand butter on camera, and you're going to displace our screen with
full screen. Daniella, try the butter.
Full screen, Daniella.
All right. So this is me. This is Daniella's ASMR trying Craig's butter. Spectacular.
Wow.
Patrick, you want to review the Country Crock? We're reviewing butter. I'm going to go get some butter.
I'm going to get some butter too.
Okay, Patrick, you guys?
Yeah.
Patrick full screen as he reviews Country Crock. George and I are going to go get butter.
What are those?
Butter what?
Bread? Why did you keep your bread?
I'll tell you why, Daniella. I didn't like touching the stuff that I bought at grocery stores. And it's easier to keep it in my freezer if it's in a Ziploc bag than if it's in the big tall bag.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So,
that's not how you get the virus.
So Daniella, maybe stop making fun of me, okay? It was a pretty good reason.
This butter is actually really good. I'm not even just saying it. It's actually very tasty.
Here we go. Hang on. Here we go.
I mean, when I was a kid, that was my favorite meal. Was just Country Crock on cold white bread.
I have not done this in so long. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, hang on. Let's fold it or eat it flat. Should I fold it or eat it flat?
You know, I think you got to do it open face in to commiserate whatever the plates. What would Butterboy do?
What would Butterboy? Well, he would do this.
Yeah, right.
Okay, here we go. We'll make me full screen while I do this.
Oh, how good is that?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hello, everybody. My name is Watto. Today I'm going to be reviewing Lando Lakes butterers. We like to call it Lando Calrissian butter. And I will be reviewing it on a piece of challah bread that came with a pastrami sandwich I ordered this week. Okay, here we go. I got my piece of bread, my Lando Lakes, and a little butter knife. You could call me... What, George?
Watto, make sure you, after you butter the bread, that you hold it. Try to hold it the way that Butter Boy or Butter Girl would have held the butter.
I'm going to. That's what exactly what I'm going to aim to do. Can we get a split screen so I can try to mirror the image? I'm buttering the bread.
Second.
Okay, here I am. I'm buttering my challah. This is whipped, unsalted butter with a little butter knife. Okay, so I have to swap hands.
Or you could do this.
No, I want to be the butter boy. Butter Watto. Okay.
Look at you.
It's like this. The bread is like this. Okay, ready? And now I'm going to eat it. Delicious. I give it 10 sticks of butter out of 10 sticks of butter.
Wow.
All right. I also have some Lando Calrissian butter.
Very nice.
So it'll be interesting to compare. I'm trying to use the same hand that Butter Boy would use.
George, don't get it in the beard.
What? Don't get any butter. Oh, a butter beard?
Don't butter your beard.
Hold on.
The best part of all of this is that almost 300 people are watching this.
This is the coolest talk show.
Oh no!
Oh, no, George!
I did what you warned me not to do. I've buttered my beard.
George!
Oh no!
Oh my God, what's gonna happen? That's a lot.
Well, Butter Boy likes his butter.
That's
All right.
true.
Now I have.
Georgie boy, does he like his butter?
And you got to butter it in clumps, like the movie written by Chris Weiss who wrote Rogue One. You want to butter it in clumps.
Yeah, this is the problem I was talking about.
All right.
2 fingers. The bread is primarily held by 2 fingers, like Bill Nye style. That's the weirdness of the grip. Yeah.
Hang on, George. George, do it again. Do it again, George. Hang on 1 sec. Wow. Now, have we asked if the B in Bebop stands for butter yet?
Great question.
Yeah, so B and Bebop.
You know what?
Is his name Cowboy Butterbop?
Cowboy Butterbop. I mean, you know what? I don't know. I think I'm going to talk to Netflix and let's see what we can do. Let's throw some butter in.
I might want to take a quick pass on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy. I have a second kind of butter.
What other kind of butter do you have, George?
I'm going to review a second kind because I would give that.
You have multiple kinds of butters in your house.
A second butter. And
actually, you know what? That one's my favorite.
Yeah, this is a great butter, and that's why you can tell like there's plenty of Land O'Lakes, but we've really been going through the Kerrygold. And I'm gonna give the Land O'Lakes. Have we been reviewing with letter grades?
I'd rate it on a scale from 1 to 10 sticks of butter. That's
all right.
Hang on, George. Before you do this,
I
have something to share.
Okay, great.
It's from Eric McKenzie on Twitter.
Oh, I'm very excited.
Daniela, that's you in the middle.
Wait, what's going on? What's going on with her hand? Oh, she's like sort of resting her.
She's doing this.
That's
that is
you in the
wow. You know
middle.
what? That really does look like me.
That's you with the big knife, spreading your butter.
That is the great Eric McKenzie.
Losing my religion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've done it again, Danielle.
Oh,
Are you
no.
gonna try to take that off the beard and then spread it back on the bread?
No, but I did once again butter my own.
I just want you to know that you're dressed as George Lucas in
I
your
am
house.
George Lucas. I am
covered
George
in-
Lucas. I always. How would I
You
dress as
are
anything
George
else?
Lucas.
Right.
I am, yes.
He is dressed as George Lucas in the same way that you are dressed as Danielle Pineda. We are all dressed as ourselves right now.
And I am in my house. Yes, all this is true. You're not wrong about anything.
You should see
Oh,
what
it spreads with these great, massive clumps that just. What I love about this is the way it just tears at the bread, as if
Yes.
to say, "Stop being bread. I'm butter." I'm spreading this on the butter. I'm going to rate the Lando Calrissian Lando Lakes butter. I'm going to give it, and I have a different system. I'm going to give it a B for butter.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the only rating that I give. Everything is a B, and the B is for butter. And now let me hold this one, see if it's different. This one didn't spread very well at all.
Someone put in quotes the internet's coolest talk show.
Yes, absolutely. You cannot get cooler than this.
All right. Let's see.
Here we go.
Wow, that's
George, you're a mess, George.
George.
Oh, 2 kinds of butter in my
You're a
beer.
disaster.
I also give this a B for butter. Sometimes I'll give the butter a B for bad butter. Did you know you got bad butter? Out of it, bad butter.
I'm just looking the sheer amount of fan art that has been generated this episode. Who knew an hour ago that we would just be here almost exclusively still talking about the Butterboy universe as people just send off reams and reams of drawings?
Well, here's the
this is
thing.
like a coffee book table worth of art.
We
Yeah,
were fools.
absolutely.
An hour ago, we were fools, Watto. We
Yes.
didn't even know that Daniela was done filming Jurassic World. We thought she
We
was
knew
going
nothing.
to New Zealand to finish it.
We knew
When I
nothing.
When I think about the amount, here's the thing. And this
Yes.
is what I think-
we thought Rick was going to be here. We thought Daniela was filming Jurassic. There's a lot
Everything
of-
we knew was a lie.
I love that you were like, what talk show host? And like all three of you. But you know what? It must be me. I must not have been clear.
No, I'm willing to say it was us.
I'll
Michael.
even go further. I'll say it was Patrick. The points don't lie. That's 3-1.
Points don't lie.
Points.
Do you know why I thought also? Can I tell you why?
Why?
Sam Neill's tweeting about how excited he is to get to work.
Are they filming any Jurassic World? Just a little bit of Sam Neill in New Zealand?
No.
No, it's all in London. We were just fundamentally incorrect. Right?
Wrong. I was just wrong.
How many talk shows? Let me ask this: how many? There's so many questions we could say that fit this description, but how many talk show hosts do you see that not only learn something during a single episode of their show,
Truly learn.
but they cop to it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They admit that they were wrong. How many talk show hosts are willing to look the audience in the eye and say, "I was wrong"?
What's
I
cool?
think Ellen DeGeneres just did that.
Oh, right. But for something that is like no one's upset about.
This is the only good kind of cop.
This is the only
Copping to when you're wrong.
Copping to when you're wrong.
cop to when you're wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you guys are the real deal, man.
Right.
Hey.
Knock on your game, man.
And who knows? Maybe we'll be getting that slot soon.
We were genuinely talking.
We were genuinely talking before the show, and we were asking, there's a lot of rumors flying around.
Right.
Is Corden going to go take over Ellen? What's going to happen there? And we thought, well,
I swear to God, this was a serious conversation we were having before the live stream started. The question being, which is more likely? That we would get Corden's spot in late night if he left, or that we would take over Ellen's spot if Corden stayed? That was our question.
Yeah, we were asking it seriously. We thought, which one is more likely?
Which one is more likely?
Because what we've been plugging, it used to be that we'd say we wanted to take over whenever Fallon retires, Seth
Yeah.
will move up, and then we figured that Carson Daly would move up and take Seth's slot, and we would move in. We'd take last call with Carson Daly would become last call with George Lucas. But that, obviously the landscape's different now.
Yes.
We're actually no longer pitching to take. We want to take a news. We want to create a news slot that happens after the third late night show, and it just goes straight through till morning, and we're just all night.
Daniela, here are our stipulations. If we get this role, we want to go from after Lily Singh's show until the Today Show.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like 2 a.m. to 7 a.m.
When does Lily's show come on? I thought that was like a streaming.
1:35 a.m.
1:35 a.m. So we want 2:35 a.m. to 6 a.m. for the morning news. Okay.
We'll fill the night.
Right.
Here are our stipulations. We get to do it that whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
We take no network notes.
No.
Yeah. You crush
do
the
it-
telemarketing that's happening during those hours.
Exactly. We're
Yeah,
doing
we do it-
original content.
We do it 5 nights a week,
Yes.
and we do it for free.
You just
We
said
don't get paid for
we
it.
do 5 times a week.
That's a week. We do it.
No, that was number 3. I was saying that's number 3, and we do it for free. We don't get
do
paid
it for free.
Yes.
5 nights a week. We do it for free. And the 4 is the word FOR. We do it for free. 5 nights a week. We do it for free.
Yes.
Yes. And this is also a good time to say, guys, there's a donate button below. Donate, help the show, help out all the people behind the scenes at Planet
Keep
Scum.
the lights
Keep it
on the
going.
Planet Scum. They're doing original content almost every night now.
Yes. And it helps us buy dumb shit like this shirt. Stuff that helps make the show more fun for you guys.
Yes.
So if you feel inclined, down below is great. So Daniela, we're not asking for much.
Danielle, we're not asking for much. And we're not asking for anything from you. Patrick, you said that as if we were asking Daniela. We're not.
We just want a network commitment that we are given like 12 hours of airtime, but not valuable airtime.
No.
Not 12 hours. We don't want 12 hours.
What, 6?
We
8?
want
What are we
2:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, so it's a tiny four. We're not even asking for an Irishman. We're asking for less time than the Irishman.
No.
5 nights a week on network television for free.
And it'll cost them nothing.
We work pro bono. We have, look at our professional setups. We're ready to go.
I mean, that's true, man. It looks really professional.
Got an Arliss poster and everything.
What do you have?
No, it's a poster for Arliss.
Remember, Danielle, remember how we watched Arliss a few weeks ago? Remember that?
HBO pillow.
Think back.
Oh, oh, look what Andre just made, guys.
Andre.
It's, Seth Rogen as Darth Maul.
Sith Rogen.
Sith Rogen.
Sith Rogen.
Andre just made Sith Rogen.
Tell Andre to come wave and accept his applause. We're going to clap.
We want to applaud him for Sith Rogen.
Oh, thank you. It's a work in progress. But
You're finished. You're done.
You just might enjoy that.
You can't improve upon perfection.
Oh, boy.
Wow, Sith Rogen. Wow, Sith Rogen. Wow.
Wow.
It's pretty
Wow.
good.
Should we? Should I show Daniela the thing that we do every episode? The toy that we show people every episode?
Yes.
Yes, it's a wonderful idea.
George, do you want to explain it?
All right, Danielle, you've heard of Jar Jar Binks, correct?
The greatest character ever created, ever made.
You've heard it. You're familiar. Well, this is a toy that came out decades ago when he first popped on the scene, and it's a what's this is the talking Jar Jar hungry
Hungry hero. Hungry hero.
Jar Jar. And there are 2 things you can do with Jar Jar. I mean, well, more than that, you could just sit in awe of this is a hero. Look at this guy. You can press his hand, and he says one of several catchphrases.
He says 8 phrases. Let me read the phrases to her. He says 8 phrases when you click his hand. He says, icky icky goo. He says, how wooed. He says, Misa called Jar Jar Binks. He says, Use a Jedi are kawazy. He says, Maxi Big Da Force. He says, we doed it. He says, Yahoo. And he says, ooey mooey mooey, I love yous.
Very sweet. A very sweet sentiment.
He's a sweet guy.
That's beautiful. Why is his tongue so big?
Great question. You're asking all the right questions.
You should host a talk show. Why don't you host a talk show? You ask perfect questions every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they reference his tongue size in the movie? That
Yes, they
He
do.
catches some food. He catches some food with his tongue. Has a couple of funny things. But if you
So
squeeze
happy.
Hungry Hero Jar Jar's belly, his tongue unfurls and it makes a noise.
So
The
Daniela,
questionable-
which one do you want? Do you want him to say a phrase, or do you want me to squeeze his belly and his tongue comes out?
squeeze behind.
All right.
No, I'm going to do it this way. You ready?
Yeah, let's see it.
George, I think you talked.
Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Now we don't do this every time. We don't do this every time.
We don't do this.
Should I have him say a phrase too?
Yes, but first do the tongue one more time because Daniela has a physical reaction to this.
Get it in profile.
Okay,
Get
I'm
the
gonna-
tongue in profile.
Okay. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah. Oh my God, he's like Shakira at the Super Bowl.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
He always
Yeah.
he always was.
Okay.
He always was.
That is a weird toy.
So now it is, but he also
It's a
says
great
phrases.
toy.
So I'm going to have him.
Fantastic toy. It's
Yes.
just it's weird as in cool. Kids are into weird, and weird's cool.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's have him say a phrase. Everyone will be quiet for a second. We do it. He says, "We do this."
We doed it.
That's what he says. He says, "We do this."
He means we did.
So we do it.
He, to paraphrase the Bible, it is accomplished. That's what he's saying.
He's like DJ Khaled for Star Wars characters.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He like
Jar
calls
Jar
out.
Jar.
Yeah.
I love
Although,
that.
although DJ Khaled
I'm gonna show
notoriously speaks out against using his tongue. Very controversial point.
Now,
Okay, what-
Watto, do you want to explain what this is?
Yes, Daniela, you had such an adverse reaction to that last product. I feel you should know about this. This is an official Jar Jar Binks Lollipop. So there's a button you push, and Jar Jar Binks' mouth opens, and children were encouraged to suck on his tongue. His tongue is candy. You push the button, the tongue comes out, and then small children would suck Jar Jar's tongue.
This is weird. What's the? I don't remember his tongue being a thing. And
Apparently, it was the #1 thing because every licensee chose to make their products exclusively built around the tongue.
Yeah.
Now, here, hang on. I found a
Yeah.
website. This is the Wikipedia page, which is the Star Wars Wikipedia entry for the word tongue. There he is. And I want to be clear that this page that we're reading it from is the Legends page, which means everything that it says on here is no longer canon.
It's not canon anymore.
Wait, Jar Jar's tongue is no longer canon?
No.
According to this,
his tongue was just a Star Wars legend.
It made a lot of appearances.
That's more. That might be more than Han Solo makes in Star Wars. Look at that.
Patrick, can you scroll up there?
This is
that.
like
There's
this is what you
something-
find on the dark web.
There's something I want to highlight here. That first sentence, a tongue was a flashy strip of muscle located in the mouths of many species and creatures across the galaxy. Now, I know Star Wars takes place a long time ago, a galaxy far, far away, but something about referring to a tongue in the past tense.
I feel like maybe whoever edits this is maybe pessimistically getting a little bit ahead of COVID.
Yes.
It's like, let's go ahead and write the obituary for species that have tongues.
Let's write an obituary for every separate part of an organic living creature's body.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Wow, I mean-
tongues.
That is so that future tongueless future tongueless AIs will be able to read that entry and be like, "Oh, I guess it's true. I guess it was true."
They did exist.
But
in
I
many
would-
creatures.
I would give them the out as saying, well, that's on the Legends page. So that might be old.
Right.
That's not canon anymore. Things have changed.
Right.
A tongue was a muscle. Now it's a rumor.
But,
It's a
but
legend.
when you go to the canon page, it also says the tongue was a muscle.
Not anymore.
Some organism.
Many more, but look
I don't-
at all these appearances that tongues have made.
Oh, Star Wars tongues.
Star Wars D tongues.
There's gonna be some new things that come out of these movies.
If anyone, I don't know if anyone in the comments, this isn't a time with a lot of live music, but if anyone out there is in like a blues jam band, try to incorporate the phrase "the tongue was a muscle" into your next blues jam. I feel like if you repeat that, now I noticed something here because I'm right next to a big Jar Jar mouth, and there's very little evidence of tongue. A lot of teeth. I don't know if you can see the teeth.
Oh, yeah.
No tongue. A little hint of a tongue there.
Yeah.
But if this was a real Jar Jar, I'd be in the real danger spot. That tongue could just shoot right out, knock my head off.
So, someone in where is it? Someone in the chat says, "Just recognize you will get in trouble if you try to show the Wikipedia entry on breasts."
Don't do it.
Should I try to show it?
We'll get in trouble.
In relation to Jar Jar?
No, this is just breasts as a whole in Star Wars.
Yes.
Who says we'll get in trouble?
Some guy in the comments. The photo that they choose for canon is Anakin Skywalker revealing his chest.
Anakin
The photo that they
Skywalker.
choose.
We're getting into weird territory here.
What? Wait,
Gentlemen.
That's canon. That's
I'm
canon.
sorry. Are we
That's
looking at this sentence here? Since breasts reasonably appear in every piece of Star Wars media, this list only includes specific mentions of them. What?
I
a
want to know
weird
who the guy was that came up with this catalog. Like, who was like,
Well,
who is that guy?
It's a
Now, here's
collective.
the question.
Everyone shares responsibility and blame, right?
And I hate doing this. I have clicked on the Legends page, and I want to know if you guys want me to click on it.
Absolutely, please. We insist.
What's happening? What's happened? What's happened? What's happening?
What are we looking at here?
What's happening?
This page is much longer than the first one.
Well, these are
no.
legends. These are legends.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this.
This is like that
Oh, here we go. Here we
territory.
go. Hang on.
Rejected Mon Calamari breasts.
Okay, wait a second.
I mean-
There's another sentence that you need to wait. Scroll back up. Scroll back
Hang
up.
on. I'm getting a call. I'm getting a call from Bryson. Hang on 1 second.
Oh,
Hey, Bryson, how's it going? Hang on 1 sec, Bryson. What's up, Bryson?
Yeah, hey Patrick. The first photo on that Wikipedia page,
Yeah.
will get us taken off of Twitch if we keep it up for too long. So let's just not show the Wikipedia
Darn.
page.
Great. We won't. Thanks, Bryson.
Thank you, Bryson.
Bryson, call
He's gone.
Bryson back.
Call Bryson
Call
back.
Bryson back. Call Bryson back.
Call Bryson back.
And just say hashtag free the nipple and then hang up on him.
You want to say, George?
Yeah.
Hey Patrick, what can we do for you?
Oh, it's not Patrick.
George?
It's George Lucas. It's George Lucas. Hashtag free the nipple. That'll give him something to think about.
This is the weirdest show to be doing.
Bad guy
Like,
here.
It's the internet's coolest talk show.
it's like, woo, fever dream.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry.
By the way, just real quickly, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but if you haven't yet, you should look up Shrek.
I'm not going to do it on
Oh.
here.
We're not going to do it on here. Also, don't say his name too many times or he will appear.
It's 5. With,
Yeah,
with
it's
that
5.
guy, it's 5.
It's
You're
5.
just under the wire.
I could
That was
say,
it.
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
I just did it before. I did it before.
Cut it
We all
off.
do it before.
Shrek.
Yeah.
It's the Candyman thing.
Yeah. Now with Donkey, you have to say Donkey, I think 1,000 times before Donkey will appear. But Shrek will appear at 5. Donkey will appear. You have to say Donkey, 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 Donkey. You have to say it 1,000 times continuously
in a row.
In a row, no disfluencies, no breaks, no pauses. If you make any other sound, then Donkey will not appear. It'll basically reset back to 0.
Now, what about the drunkies? What about the babies that Donkey had with the dragon that were named drunkies?
Hang on. Bring the noise is saying in the comments, I've just started screen printing. Should I make a shirt that says the tongue was a muscle?
Of course.
And if you make it, I think the 3 of us and maybe Daniela will wear it on the stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll wear it, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I'll wear any free merch I get ever.
Yeah. The tongue was a muscle.
Any of you out there who make music, that lyric, I want to go ahead and let's make it common cause, whatever the thing where you make it a public domain lyric.
Excuse me. We have a big update. A big update from Jake Purple Hat.
The tongue is still a muscle?
This is Han in butter sculpted in clay.
Goodness.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Was that just made?
This was just made.
Either that was just made, or this guy got really excited when we started veering toward the thing he was already doing.
It's like, oh, they're so close. They're so close. Oh my God.
Wow, what if this is already in the collection?
Yeah, go get my thing.
Wow.
I really want to know. Can we ask him if he just made that?
Land O'Lake. Oh boy, someone just made that.
Wow.
Wow.
Manifesting. We're manifesting.
Yeah.
Can I just look? We're not showing the Wikipedia page, right? We can't do it. We don't want to get banned from Twitter.
We want to be good boys.
Can I just read something? There is an image here, and underneath it, the caption says, "Tree saw, comma, a tree with pronounced breasts."
Oh boy.
Right. Now, is that from The Last Unicorn?
No. Apparently, she was a female Jedi Master. She is literally a tree.
Right. But if you Google, Watto, Google Last Unicorn tree breasts.
Okay.
We're allowed to do this. We're allowed to tell Watto to look up anything, and then he watches it, and then he reports back to us.
He'll be the filter.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I don't like that, George.
I don't like this at all.
Hold on, Watto. You don't like this?
Here's my question. Would we get banned for sharing this?
Yes.
You think so?
I don't think so.
I think we would. Call Bryson.
I'll call Bryson.
Hey, Bryson works behind the scenes at Planet Scum. He's a little bit frightened of the Twitch rules.
Yes, big Twitch.
So we're gonna be asked if you're allowed to show an image of a tree with breasts.
Yes, that's what we're going to ask.
Seems harmless.
And there are no nipples, so we don't.
Hey, Bryson. George has a question for you.
Well, Watto, you're looking at it, so you described it.
Oh,
Bryson.
hey, Bryson. Watto has a question for you.
Yeah, Watto, what's up?
Hey, Bryson, it's Watto. How they hanging?
It's going good, Watto.
So I'm looking right now at the GIF in which a young man with sort of a wizard's hat is tied to a tree, and the tree has a lady face, but she also has voluptuous bosoms, and she is breathing in deeply and sort of like heaving her breast out, and he's stuck in between the cleavage, and he doesn't look very happy about this. Can we show this on this stream?
See, Watto, sort of due to the patriarchy, I would say Twitch is really weird about like body paint artists on their platform, and so there's a lot of things around well, let's call a spade, the female figure that Twitch is really weird about, and that's why we have the sensitivity.
Hang up on Bryson.
I hung up on him.
Watto,
George said hang up.
It sounded like a yes. I couldn't quite hear, but it sounded
like a yes to me. What?
I'm not going to do it. We actually do have someone who I'm going to bring in right now, really quick. I've heard they're a musician. That's what I've heard. I'm going to bring him in right now. Hey, Riley.
Hey, what's up, guys? I got a new song for you. It goes like it's a new take on an old classic. George, I hope you like it. Here we go. Wait, oh, sorry. It's not going to sound good. It's the Star Wars theme. And I got some lyrics too. The tongue is a muscle. The tongue is a muscle. It was in my mouth. The tongue is a muscle. The tongue was a muscle. Sorry, past tense. All right.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
You know,
thank you.
I was supposed to come on and invade your show for a moment, but I wanted to do it in peace, benevolence.
This is Riley, meet Daniella. This is Riley Soloner. He has another show on Planet Scum.
That was beautiful.
Morning.
Yeah.
Your show is Saturday mornings, right?
Yeah, Saturday mornings at 11 Eastern. I used to play a character on the show, and then I just decided to do me now.
It's too exhausting. It's better to just be yourself, because otherwise you'll just burn out.
I know. Doing hours in character sounds like a fucking nightmare.
I know. I'm putting on a costume every time, and having to filter every single thought through layers of content
with the characters.
Yes. No, it absolutely sounds like a prison. And Riley, if I were in your position where I had chosen to play a character and then we're stuck doing a weekly show, I would definitely do what you did, which is just free yourself of that burden.
Drop it, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's not sustainable.
They're watching the show for you. They're watching the show for you, not for the character.
And when you play a character for so long, you're committed to this costume. Your costume starts to smell. You don't want to wash it because it's delicate.
I can't even imagine how badly it would smell.
I know. You're just a stinky weirdo in the costume, and enough, right?
Yes.
Like I want to, Watto, if your trunk was fake, I wonder what it smells like right now.
I mean, I thank God every day that I don't have to deal with that sort of reality. I don't even have to imagine it because my nose is real. And there is no smell coming from under it because it is, in fact, just the thing that I smell out of.
Yeah.
But you wear that vest a lot, Watto.
The vest gets a little smelly, but that, of course, is the only item of clothing I wear. Otherwise, I'm fully naked. It's a fanny pack and a vest. We all know.
Yeah.
A fanny pack and a vest.
Yeah. And if I were wearing some sort of phony beard or something like that, I wouldn't feel comfortable buttering it. I would think like, oh, this is weird. But with my own beard, if I accidentally butter it, then it's fine. It's just a mistake.
Moisturizing.
That's right. I should butter the rest of it.
I'll say this weirdly with this shirt, I'm kind of the only one on this stream wearing a costume.
Oh.
Well, I'm wearing the costume of celebrity Daniella Pineda.
Yeah,
it's like a mask.
What does your shirt say, Daniella? Do you have image? You have an image on your shirt. What is that shirt?
Yeah, it says Jones What does this say?
Jones? Dr. Jones? Dr. Jones?
It's a marathon for Showtime or something.
Oh, it's a marathon for Showtime.
Showtime.
It's an old shirt.
What else is it? HBO and Cinemax.
Oh, HBO and Cinemax. It's like all of them mashed together.
Right.
Wow.
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones.
Riley,
Riley.
Some guy had fire on your show this week.
I'm sorry?
Some guy had fire on your show this week.
Yeah, I did an episode about juggling, and Marcus Monroe juggled fire on my show.
That's crazy.
How'd it go?
It was dazzling. He was outside, so he did it in his backyard safely. It was great. He's a pro juggler. We bonded over the psychic fulfillment that you get when you learn a new juggling trick.
Mm-hmm.
How bad would it have been if you were like live streaming that and like just something like an accident, like he?
I would have felt so bad. And another guy called in and juggled knives, I would have really felt bad if he, punctured his hand or worse,
Yeah.
Everyone's safe. My new friend Dot learned how to juggle on the show. She juggled plums, which is that's maybe the most risky of all, because you don't want to waste food.
No,
That's true.
and they would just explode. I feel like plums are a delicate fruit.
Whoa.
George, no, please.
Don't do it, George.
Hang on. Kevin. Oh, George, I didn't even see what you were doing.
Yeah, I put fire on our show.
Oh, good.
Now we've got fire on our show too.
You just up the production value.
Well,
Not as-
I'm not
not
gonna,
as special anymore, Riley.
I'm not going to let the internet's coolest talk show not have fire. If shows are having fire, we're going to put fire on it.
George,
All right,
you should
let's
smoke a cigarette on your show.
What, death sticks? Death sticks?
Yeah, death stick.
Kevin Woods made some fan art. Butterfingers.
Beautiful.
He's got the knife head. He's got the Butterfingers.
Wow.
The back. Ooh.
Ooh, hello.
Hello.
George's talk show. Yes. Yes.
Hello.
What?
Is it Bryson?
Bryson.
Good.
Is it
Hello?
you? Hello? Cowboy Bebop? I have to be at work right now. What?
Yes, that's
Hello?
right. We put it on the stream.
Shabbat
We
shalom.
are.
Twitch, you're lucky to have us. Don't ever call us.
I believe I do.
That was Twitch calling to apologize. That was Twitch calling to
Should I
apologize.
mute Daniella's mic?
Is there any way I can call you back?
I'll mute her. I'll mute her.
Oh, I wrote down 3 Star Wars butter puns.
Oh, great.
Okay, here we go. Hang on. Do you want drum rolls?
Yeah, we'll do a countdown. Okay, coming in at number 3, we have Margarine Binks. Margarine Binks. Okay. Coming in at number 2, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh.
And number 1 on my top 3 Star Wars butter pun characters, we have Count Mooku.
Oh. That was good.
I should try. I like being a corny talk show host. I like to ham it up. Ham and butter. That's a great combo.
Butter is a great combo. Riley, do you have any questions for Daniella?
Yeah, do you have any questions? Either Cowboy Bebop or Jurassic World or
the Detour. Or Daniella, what was that Vampire Diaries show you were on?
Oh yeah, the originals.
The originals or Mr.
Yeah.
Roosevelt? You got any Mr. Roosevelt questions, Riley?
Have any questions about Mr. Roosevelt?
Anything.
Or
you
just
want.
about your life, like relationships, friendships.
Any friendship questions, Riley?
She's a very insightful human being. You should ask her anything.
What was the last good book you read? I've been reading a lot lately and reading on my show, so I like talking books.
I think the last good book I read was The Coddling of the American Mind, which talks about how this current generation likes to protect themselves from speech, and that's why a lot of comedians can't do the college circuit anymore.
I'm writing it down right now.
Yeah. Because I like to say jokes. I like to say things in jest. But sometimes I think this generation, they don't know how to hang. They don't know how to joke.
Yeah?
That's what I think.
Cool. Have you read Asada, the autobiography by Asada Shakur?
No, I have not.
It's
Did you
really
just
good.
do that?
Yeah, that's the last book we discussed on the show. And it's one of the best books I think I've ever read. I did a whole month of reading books about incarcerated people, the police, read a good book called On Tyranny, and then it kind of all the narratives started kind of narrowing until I got to an autobiography about one person going through the justice system in the 70s.
Oh, far out. Well, yeah, that's actually it seems so timely too. We both read sociological timely books.
It's
relevant socio-political books.
It's fun to do. I'm thinking of making August all about reading about the patriarchy.
Do it.
I've never read about it before. I feel like it's time to do that.
Dude, it is the time. Also, ladies will love you. What is he reading? What is George reading? Oh, he's reading.
I'm sorry. I was just reading a book. It's called the Star Wars Question and Answer Book about space.
What can you tell us about space, George Lucas?
Well, it's just a book filled with questions and answers to those questions that people had back in 1979. So one of the questions is, what lies beyond our solar system? Would you like to know the answer, Daniela?
Other solar systems?
The stars.
Oh.
Long ago, people gave names to the brightest stars. Beginning in ancient times, people also named groups of stars, constellations, appearing close together in the night sky. The names came from shapes the stars seemed to make. Many of the names are people, animals, and things in ancient myths and legends. Astronomers, who are scientists who study the stars, now call each star by a letter of the Greek alphabet or a number, plus the constellation the star is in.
George, have you considered producing an audiobook?
Wait, what is Patrick reading?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was back in. I'm reading The Art of the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh. How did they make that art? Does it say?
Well, you see, here's a version. This is Aftab, which is Admiral Akbar's son. And they say, with Aftab, or Minibar as he was referred to, I was searching for that teenage look, just out of childhood, but already knowing it all. With a bit of a pout, I did some initial sketches that grabbed JJ's attention, then I sculpted plasticine maquette. We wanted to keep it as close as possible to the performer's head and avoid the big head look you sometimes get with an animatronic head. Once again, Gustav Hogan and Matt Denton did an amazing job at bringing it to life thanks to their combined out-of-this-world animatronic and programming skills. And that's from Martin Rezzard.
Wow.
Patrick, have you considered producing an audiobook?
I haven't, but I should. Shouldn't I? That sounds like a good idea.
Wait a minute.
Otto, what are you reading?
What am I reading? RoboCop, the definitive history. When it came to RoboCop himself and his iconic look, effects wizard Rob Bottin was brought in. Now retired from the film industry, Bottin was one of the premier names during the plastic fantastic era of practical prosthetics and makeup wizardry. RoboCop.
Wow.
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 Reading is fundamental. Wow.
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 Watto, have you considered producing an audiobook of that?
Oh, no. That's a good idea. Man, George, for giving me such a good idea, I'm going to cut you in and make you a producer as well.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'd love to bring Danielle on board as EP because we're already going to be executive producing the Butterboy movies together.
Yes, we should
Oh,
start.
yeah. We started the Butterboy franchise. I'm all tied up with Butterboy franchise.
Yeah, I don't think we can get Daniela, but I'd happily executive produce it for you.
Maybe the five of us should start a shingle together. Maybe we all need a vanity label together.
Riley,
if
we start a shingle, would you be interested in being part of that if we start a shingle?
I'm shingle and ready to bingle.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Just saying, we got like 5 Butterboy movies in the works. We got the whole slate of original audio books. We need to put together a shingle.
Yeah. By the way, whoever was making, anyone who wants to make a T-shirt that says "Shingle and Ready to Bingle," I think that's also got to be a T-shirt, right?
Absolutely.
If you guys
Shingles are apparently really, really painful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. David Letterman, when he got shingles, he had to have people like Julia Roberts come in and guest host his talk show.
See, that's what I mean. That's so funny you said Julia Roberts, because remember I said Julia Roberts earlier, like
Yes.
Celebrities don't happen to them, but that's not true. Celebrities get shingles.
Yeah.
Not he got shingles.
No, wait. I have a big question. George.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get shingles.
I don't want to get shingles. I hope that's
I know
not
you
the
have-
question. Will I get
No.
shingles for the show? No, I won't. I won't.
That's not my
even,
question.
Not even as a stretch goal, Patrick.
My question, George, if you get shingles,
If I get shingles,
Daniela, will you guest host an episode?
Absolutely.
if I get shingles, I mean, I feel like we.
Yep.
I feel like we could set a much
Yeah.
lower bar that wouldn't be so.
Shingles are stress induced. So, but you're not making any new movies, George. So you might not ever.
Yeah. I make movies. I just don't show them to anyone. I make little private art films, little personal private movies I don't show to anybody.
Do you need a sound effects designer?
Why? Well, you got a sound effect for me?
Yeah, here.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Okay. This is some primo computer noise right here. Listen to that. I mean, I'm talking over it, so it doesn't sound as good, but
that sounds good.
Let's get a clean minute of that sound, just so we have it.
Yeah.
A minute? Okay. All right. All right. Oh,
wow. We did it.
First one's on the house, guys.
Thank you, Riley. Now,
Riley, is that a bird cage that you have up on your shelf? Is that a bird cage?
Yeah, it doesn't have birds in it. It's just ornamental.
Why doesn't it? Oh, it's ornamental. So you're ever going to put a bird in it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You have a horse drawn on the wall, directly on the wall?
Yeah, it's a horse with tiger stripes.
Right, and that's drawn
Do
directly
you
onto the wall.
have children, Riley?
I do not have children.
Oh.
Who drew that horse on the wall?
I did. I think I drew that in 2008.
Right, so you drew a horse on the wall. You have a cage, but no bird. It's an ornamental bird cage and a horse drawn on the wall. What's going on? What, Riley? What's your deal?
My deal. I'm just trying to make it through quarantine.
All right. But that horse predates COVID. Was that a preparation?
Oh, I was bored during. I believe it was an after-school program where I was a group leader, and we were doing some art together. Right. And there was a clip art.
What year was this?
2008.
2008. So this is Obama is elected yet or no?
No,
not yet. Pre-Obama.
Well,
the end of the administration. The economy is about to crater.
That's true.
All right. And you draw that horse on that wall then.
Yeah, I with the intention of laminating it to turn it into a bookmark.
But you drew it on the wall.
No, it was originally just on a piece of paper, and it's attached to the wall with tape.
All right, so it's not drawn directly on the wall; it's affixed to the wall. It was going to be a bookmark, but then Obama got elected, and those plans changed.
Something like that, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it sounds like it was exactly like that.
Now, Riley, if you,
I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure here.
No pressure at all, Riley. I'm just asking you very simple questions. Obama got elected, and your bookmark plan changed.
You guys need like a. Oh, he was like a good speeder noise. That's how I de-stress after too many questions that make me feel like I'm somehow being
Riley, you did great.
painted into a corner.
You did great.
I got butter on my computer.
I got butter on my beard.
No, you're good. You're good, Riley. You're making art during quarantine. Some people are not managing to do that at all.
Riley,
if you did sound effects for our show, which I think you're doing now, do you know what I'm going to add you on IMDb as?
Oh my God.
I'm going to put you as sound effects coordinator.
And you will have one credit. When people look at your IMDb, they'll be like, he did this, and then one time he did sound effects. But maybe you'll do it many times on other things.
But George, we should talk about this. We should talk about our IMDb page.
We have an IMDb page.
We have to talk about our IMDb page because this was actually a very big week for us because we were the 20,000th most popular thing on IMDb, which means we were more popular than Laurel and Hardy's last feature film by like 15,000 slots. We were 5,000 or 6,000 more popular than Radioland Murders, which is a film that I produced with Brian Benben. And this is all going to change tomorrow. Right now, look at this. We are at, let me see if we can you see it? Hold on. Is it there?
20,752.
Yeah, we're at 20,752. That's high.
Out of everything ever.
Out of everything that ever made, we are within spitting distance of beating Chaplin, one of Chaplin's films, one of Charlie Chaplin's films, being more popular. And it's all, I hate to say it, it all might go away tomorrow because it's just based on, the fickle whims of the public. It could
yes. Let's say also the other factor here is that we would like to make the list of the 250 top-rated TV shows on IMDb. Right now, we have a 9.6 out of 10 with 91 ratings. I feel like the average is good, but we need to get the numbers up in terms of actual votes.
Yeah. So what we need you to do, guys, everyone watching, you do not need an IMDb account. You can have one, and it may be better, but it doesn't really matter. Go to our IMDb.
Access to the internet. That's all you need.
Yeah. Go to the IMDb page, rate the page, give it 10 stars. That'd be great. If you want to add trivia, if you want to add full reviews, it all helps. So let's go do that now. I do want to show, I got an email or a tweet from our friend Annika for a website called buttercinematicuniverse.com.
What?
Does this just happen?
This just happened. This is a real website.
Someone made a website?
Someone made a website. There's also a tab called Artwork. There's also a tab called Artwork.
Oh my God.
Where they have added at least 2 pieces of art.
Dude, this is the internet.
Buttercinematicuniverse.com.
The BCU.
The BCU.
BCU. Be seeing you.
Daniela, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Daniela.
Daniela, I hope that I hope this is a welcome development. I will also say for people who are exploring around IMDb, we had a visitor a few episodes ago named Electro, who's the villain from one of the Spider-Man movies.
Yes.
And that character, Electro, has now been given an IMDb page. His only credit is the George Lucas Talk Show, and he has his own star meter rating. He is currently the 115,000 most popular figure on IMDb, and I think
call him what he is, movie star. He's the 100,000th most popular movie star.
115,178, 115,178. That's what he's at.
Wow.
Daniela, can I look up your IMDb star meter? Do you mind?
Please go ahead. It fluctuates. Okay. Although in 2018, my star meter was it was pretty. I think I was in top, I think I was in top 15, top 10 for a second.
Here we go. Whoa!
Oh, good. It's green. I won't kill myself.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty good. Also, UTA. Good job,
UTA.
Daniela.
UTA fam. UTA fam.
dude.
Yeah.
UTA, baby.
Okay.
I'm
seeing. No, what
By
you
the way,
guys-
the age is incorrect. It's I don't know what it says, but I'm 22 years old.
Oh, of course. Daniela,
wow.
I'm seeing here that the week or the month between June 3rd, 2018 and July 1st, 2018, you hit number 11.
Wow.
Oh, that's where I was. Yeah, I was 11.
11 on the star meter.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Millie Bobby Brown. That was it.
Yeah.
I was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 99, 2004. I mean, I had a couple of times, right? But right now I'm at 2,782. So you're doing a lot better than me right now, Danielle. I'm down 137 this week. How?
Is
No,
Is
this
George
month.
Lucas on the Star Meter?
Yes.
You're on the Star Meter?
I made
Okay,
Star
what's
Wars. Star Wars. How could you not put me on the Star Meter?
He's
Yeah.
the original star
What's
meter.
your number?
I'm 2,782. I'm up 86 this week. I'm up 395 for the year, but I'm down 137 for the month. I don't know how I get the internet's coolest talk show and I'm down for the month. Come on, stars. That's not good.
Is the star meter in any way connected to midi-chlorians?
Great
Oh,
question.
great
Riley.
question.
That's a great question.
Great question.
Like, can midi-chlorians go down?
I mean,
So, whew.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Guys, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to cut this short.
What? After only 2 hours and 38 minutes?
How dare you? I'm furious, Daniela.
You're so
Is it
close to
because they have to
surpassing.
have midi-chlorians?
You're so close to
Sorry,
passing
guys.
Kevin.
I'm sorry.
We barely
I
got to spend any
apologize.
time with you. Such a short appearance.
Daniela, we just found out that you didn't film Jurassic World in New Zealand.
Yes,
look at that.
true.
Look at that.
A little Clay George.
A little
It's
Clay
a little
George.
George.
You
Thank you
guys,
so much, Daniela.
this was the most fun. Riley, thank you for joining. I love you guys. Please have me on again. You guys are the best. George, I'm a big fan.
Daniela, we'll send you. We'll start. Let's start a Slack where we can start working on these Butterboy films.
Yeah,
because I feel like I think we should be able to package this with Brad by the end of next week.
Yes.
I'm down. All right, guys.
All right. Have fun with the
Bye, Daniela.
dinosaurs.
Patrick, you moron. She rapped on Jurassic.
I gotta get her back. I gotta get her back.
This show is high stakes, man.
It's
Wow.
not, it's honestly, it's work. People think it's fun, but it's not. It's work.
But
Yeah.
Very high pressure, very high
mean,
skill.
I found myself auditioning for sound engineer roles.
you nailed it because you booked it, and now you're our sound effects guy.
Appreciate it.
That's exciting. Aren't you excited?
I am. I'm staffed.
Your
Yeah,
staff.
I'm going to be in the guild.
You're gonna be in the end. You're gonna be the end credits with the music by Ryan Miller from Guster.
It's true.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riley, how are you feeling? Patrick? What did you say? Shoot about?
Well, because now I have to go re-edit the credits before I put it on YouTube.
Oh, boo-hoo, Patrick. Use some of the time that you didn't use researching when and where Jurassic World is
That's
filmed.
not my fault.
Yes, it
Patrick?
is.
It makes more. Hang on. Now that she's gone, I can say it makes more sense that Jurassic World would be filming in New Zealand than it does that it would be filming in London.
It makes more sense that
It
it's your
makes more
fault.
sense that it's your fault.
Patrick,
Hang on, guys. We're stopping
George,
the regular
is this
show
how
right
you
now. The
direct
regular show-
movies?
Riley,
Oh, wait,
hang on one
wait.
second. The regular
Oh,
show is done.
And Patrick,
George.
thanks.